Playing the DS while you were dancing.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good game.
Just started it. I don't really know much about what's going
mobile's
on.
fucking up again. Right away. That's
Good stream,
how we
good
started.
stream.
That's how we. That's it. Done deal.
I think it was too much.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for making that happen. Now we can all take the day off.
Absolutely.
I hope so. This is pre-show.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is pre-show.
What does that mean?
Just tweet it out. That's what it means.
That means this is where we kind of like conform and do things that we wouldn't normally do.
I think that was the
podcasts.
pre-show.
No, we have very
So what
high
the hell-
standards.
how is
Very
that?
high standards for the actual podcast, if you don't know. And the pre-show cannot.
That was just part of my Zumba training exercises.
Ah.
It's a course I'm doing at my gym. I go to a gym to work out
Mobile just
on my muscles. Or
Mobile's not working,
what's left of them, at
apparently.
least.
It never works.
just give it a little bit. That's what we gotta
Report
do. We gotta work
if
it
there's
in there.
issues, report it to Twitch. They will help. This is their job. They will go through.
This is their job.
They need to make sure it's streaming to you guys. Just let them know.
Wait, so they'll go to Twitch, complain, and then by the time they fucking see it, like, we're gonna be done and out of here by then. Like,
That's when they go to YouTube and watch it. That's when they go to YouTube.
Darn sure is right there.
Darn sure tootin'.
Darn sure tootin'.
Streaming.
Oh,
He's tweeting.
we gotta tweet that out. That's
As
right.
everybody
Did you tweet
files
that
in.
out?
Yeah, I did.
You did.
I must
I'm
have
pretty sure
down a
I'm
little
pretty sure the Hub account tweeted it out.
Ah,
So I retweeted that.
right,
Huh.
right.
Let's see what's
So I think
going
I'm
with
good.
these tweets
Right.
here.
I
Oh,
know what you're talking about right now.
I see it. He wasn't lying.
Yes, right here.
And then
see
I
the
quote
hub.
it. I quote it because that's a feature on my phone that I can
Quote?
I can
I
quote.
can't quote. I can just retweet.
I can quote and it puts the quotations there for me.
Tweet on my iPhone. It's also a feature. Look at that. Bam. Tweet. Done.
You're an asshole.
As easy as that.
Yeah, well, it's too bad mine went up first, so
Well, that's right.
you're a little bit slow.
It'll.
You responded to the other one. You didn't
talking
do it
about?
right.
I did.
You didn't do it right.
Quotes in front of
You
it.
responded to the fucking hub with your tweet, whereas me and Horton's were like standalone.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
That's not how you do it. That's not how you work Twitter.
Now watch this though, right?
You need to learn how to use Twitter.
No, because there's a quote in front of it.
It doesn't
so
matter.
it still goes up. It
doesn't
still
matter.
goes up. There's a quote in front of it.
Someone said iPhones suck hard, so.
Well, that person doesn't have
Oh,
an
they darn
iPhone.
sure do. They darn sure do.
No,
Look
that
at all the
person has
haters
a
here.
Nokia brick.
Look
Listen
at
to this
all
tweet. Thanks, Kutra. Got 20 diamonds in less than 20 minutes. Hashtag level 11.
Wow, hey.
That's pretty good. There's been many success stories being tweeted to me in the
You're
past
also
week.
an asshole, though.
It's quite amazing. I'm spreading the diamond wealth. Seamus, what are you playing?
Playing Bravely Default.
That's interesting.
It is
Is
interesting.
that an indie game?
No, it's from Square Enix. I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty indie company right there.
Squaresoft, whatever they go by these
Pretty
days.
indie.
They're indie.
It's not
That's
very indie at all.
Well,
Pretty sure it got really good reviews too.
Oh, look at that. Everyone's talking about their phones now.
Everyone's
someone
got
just
a
said I
phone.
hate Jordan.
Well, that's good. Very
I hate you
appropriate.
too.
Just,
Seriously, where the hell is Seamus?
I don't know.
Where is
he?
Seamus?
He wasn't on last week. He's not on this week.
I don't
Listen,
know.
if you can play that, I'm gonna be able to play games in here as
He
well.
said
I'm
we
gonna bring in my
do
laptop.
stuff we
said we
don't
could-
normally do on the pre-show.
We
I
can
don't
hook
know-
up
See?
Blitz.
Yeah, let's hook up Blitz. I'll beat you again. Even when you
about
take
that.
over when I'm losing the computer.
We didn't even fucking... Shit. We didn't even do that.
Oh,
Oh,
You fucking did this and you didn't even do this.
put Blitz on.
What?
Don't worry about it. I got it.
Put Blitz
James
on.
is currently trying to put an image on the
gained a level.
giant TV.
Grab Dan's.
I gained a level.
No, this
by
is
the way.
closer.
By the way, I gained a level.
And it works.
It's nice.
So,
Now I'm gonna
like,
cutscene.
What does it matter?
That's
Here's
good.
a tweet about our
There you
newest
go.
creatures play that went up today. That was a brilliant match. Weird
was pretty
face.
good.
I was on the edge of my seat the whole second half.
So was I.
And then the music during the field goal. XD.
Very inspirational.
Was there music during the field goal?
there was.
Was it like
I had a Kutra sacco meter.
Yeah, sacco meter on me.
I
Where
had a
you guys
sacco
were
meter.
hitting me. Where you,
Every time he got sacked, it would ding, and
What
then
is this shit?
Go
Why is
and
it-
grab Dan's laptop.
No, it's already hooked up.
Also zoomed in on a
This
part
one goes to screensaver, and there's no way to
where
change
Jordan
it.
missed a tackle
Doesn't
by
matter.
like 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty
That
good.
was
Fucked
I was
me over.
pretty close there.
No, you weren't. You weren't at all.
It's not detecting any of
You
them
missed,
anyway.
like, you were closer to tackling me than you were someone else.
Daniel James tweeted at me. He said, "Have a good one, mate. I'll try and watch."
Mate?
Daniel James is the guy that's done a lot of music for us.
Ah, yes.
He's pretty cool.
He's going to try and watch.
If you're there, Daniel,
Fucking says it right there.
have a good day. If you're not going to be able to watch, but if you're there, thanks for watching.
Did you see Alex question mark? I mean, that's
Alex.
That's me. I'm right
Alex?
here. I mean, that's
Hey,
Hey, Chris 100. Very appropriate.
Oh man.
What is this, like 103
I
now?
don't think it was even worth it at this point to bring it up.
No.
What do you mean? It's good.
Okay.
It's a little bit
What
dated.
picture are you gonna do?
All right. Well, this is.
Dan, just get your laptop. He's being stubborn.
But you don't need to know. You don't need to do all that. It's just a
Great.
picture.
That thing goes to screensaver.
Dan's
It's
You
upset.
know,
terrible.
like, this is how we fucking take care of this. Right here. This is how we take care of this.
Are you going to put like a 3 on it?
Yeah, but it's 3.
Told him not to worry
Oh,
about
man.
it. We got it.
Oh
Can I
man,
get a
please
marker?
help.
Can I
Please
get a
help.
marker?
Don't pass him a
Well,
marker.
James, I guess James had a Sharpie on hand. You know, people come into the office and ask him to sign stuff, so he has a Sharpie on hand all
Try
at all
not to mark
times.
the TV.
I'll try not to.
Put down my
All right.
my phone. I'm sorry, but I'm reading everyone's tweets here, so don't tell me to put my phone down.
Wow.
Okay?
They didn't tell me to put my DS down, but they're telling you to put your phone down?
Well, you can't tell if they're telling you.
Well,
to put
now
your
they're gonna
phone
pull.
down.
You,
But I
you
figured
know,
you would've told
They're
me.
gonna tell you to put your DS
I'm just
down
going to play
now.
it throughout the whole thing.
There
Okay.
you go.
Let's play it. I'll beat the game while we do this podcast. Somehow I'll beat it in 2 hours.
Do a bubble
Or less.
Bubble 3.
This might go through it anyway. Like,
This person says, "Watching the creatures come join." They proceed not to link our stuff.
you know, like a bubble 3 is kind of tough. Like,
What in the world? That's the most disgusting 3. Ew.
That's close enough, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much close enough.
I couldn't really do better, so.
Can't wait to see the hilarious stuff you guys have planned. Wait, you don't plan anything ever.
shit.
Lol.
Wow,
Wow,
they
you
got us
wrecked.
good.
You got wrecked.
Damn.
What a zinger
What
that
are you
was.
talking about? This always had one of. Oh.
Oh, are you marking up the screen?
I don't know, Horton. I don't know.
Oh man, that's an expensive TV.
How much is it?
5,000.
I'll get you a new one.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I guess he was
Nice.
pretty rich.
Yeah.
Looking pretty thirsty. I am a little bit parched, so I need to have a water here at all times.
There you go.
Hey, Daniel is watching.
Good.
Ooh.
Daniel,
enough
if
for
you're
me.
watching and you're bored right now, can you whip up a quick Hans Zimmer style epic music to kind of give us
They can't see it.
to describe what's going on in the stream right now?
Got another level.
You know, film scored
What does
up.
that mean, Jordan? What are you asking him right now?
I just want something that's going to be like
You want
we
him
can
to
play in the
score-
background and loop like dun 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 dun.
All
Okay,
right.
sorry, Daniel.
Or is
You
that
don't have
like
to do that. I'm
what is it
kidding.
like a Modern Warfare 3 soundtrack or something?
Batman?
Yeah, that was Batman. Even
Batman,
I knew
Alex.
that.
Even he knew that.
Loser.
It's Hans Zimmer though. Like, what variations does he do that's so outside of
He's
the
just
box?
Spider-Man, where it's like, let's go Spider-Man,
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Like, there's some difference.
Someone
there.
called me a nerd.
Well, you got fucking wrecked.
Someone said, "Read my tweet." Well, there you go. I just read your tweet.
Well, shall we start?
Yeah, I guess so. Let me finish this first.
Can I finish this game first?
Oh, well, by
Okay.
all means, yeah. We can.
Someone said, "Take Seamus Nintendogs off his hand."
You playing Nintendogs right now?
Nintendogs. Look at that. We got Nintendogs.
My Nintendogs.
There's Nintendogs.
Go ahead, take my Nintendogs away.
Oh, I mean, I don't want to take your Nintendogs.
I don't have one. I don't know what a Nintendogs is.
Huh.
Some very good topics, by the way.
Huh.
Uh-oh. This could be bad.
This person's saying, "I'm watching. It's midnight here."
That means
but-
we gotta hurry up and start. So start.
Are you done, Shane?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Just tell me when to pack it up, and I'll pack it up.
Alex, can you be a Pokemans for me, a poor Hispanic boy?
Can you? The answer
Is that
could be no.
like a poor Hispanic boy is asking me to be a Pokemon? Like what's a good Meowth, that's right. I got that one. I got
That was pretty good.
I got Bulbasaur. I got that one.
It was also really good.
I got Charmeleon. That's Pokemon noises.
Oh, I got another level up.
Pikachu.
Got another level up.
Let the panic take control.
I got
Hey.
Yep.
Wheezing.
You're doing that the entire time. Oh.
Can you do like a Jigglypuff?
He got it fixed.
Can you do
I
like?
got it covered. I got it covered.
He's got it covered.
Yeah, we're good.
Creed Shock episode
Don't worry about it, Dan.
103.
103.
Dan, we're fine.
Says it right there on the screen. 103.
All right, see you later, Dan.
Bye, Dan.
Yeah, he had a good one too.
He did have a pretty good one right there.
Yeah, put it in. Put it in. Put it in.
Pretty busy.
No, do it.
Have to get a lot of stuff
No,
done
do
before
it.
I
Put
leave.
it in.
Dan, switch
Dan,
it. Switch
Dan,
it.
switch it, please.
Dan, say
please.
hi to Daniel. He's watching.
Then we gotta take all the post-it notes down.
Daniel James.
Daniel James here.
Daniel James.
All right. Can you do like?
I mean, I thought that. I mean,
I thought it was pretty good.
Laughing my ass off.
I mean, a lot of-
Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's why didn't I say that? I could have said Daniel James was the one that did the Trapville pilot. For those of you who were wondering, I just said we worked together.
I was trying to bring up an important comment that I
Okay,
just
go
saw.
ahead.
Somebody brought up the fact that we don't know how to react to trap music. That was, of course, the music that played for our intro.
I didn't even try. I fucking didn't
That's
care.
laughing my ass off. Don't know how to react to trap music.
Huh.
Music. I didn't even know that's what it was called. I mean, I see the word trap in there, but I thought it meant talk.
And you guys are trying to dance and stuff. That's not how you react to trap
do?
music.
What do you do?
Well, like trap music, you when the bells come in or that, like you gotta be like,
So we're just gonna all sit here.
Is
and then
that 3 causing a problem?
and then when the
I mean,
beat
it's up to you guys
drops,
to believe the 3 or not. I mean, you can do whatever.
that three's fine.
Hi, Dan.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hi,
It's
Dan.
like
All right, see you later, Dan.
it's like a
Have fun.
kitty face, like a kitty emote.
Is that like
It's like
colon
Sly's
3?
cat face thing.
:3?
Colon 3.
Okay.
God damn it. It's my 3. That was my 3.
Can you do like a Jigglypuff or something? Can you do that one?
That
wasn't bad.
Did it for you.
All right, I was okay.
That was more like a fucking like.
That was like
What
Dan's
was
teddy
that?
bear voice.
Yeah, that was
Was it?
Oh, I apologize. You know, I don't really.
You just don't know how to react to
I
a
don't keep up
Jigglypuff
with the
impersonation.
Pokemans.
Laughing my
Pokemans.
ass off. I don't know how to react to that.
I don't even know how to react to that.
I'm laughing my ass off.
laughing my ass off. Ah. Huh.
The intro isn't trap music.
Oh, it's
I don't know
not
what the
trap
fuck
music.
is going
It's not
on
even
anymore.
trap music.
It's not even
I
trap
mean-
music,
I
right?
mean, where's Hellberg? He did that. Can he tell us like what?
Hellberg would tell us the exact genre.
People are asking what that's from. I guess they didn't watch when that.
didn't watch.
They didn't watch when that happened.
Anyway, so welcome to Creature Shock for 5/17/2014.
Creature Talk 517. What? We've
May.
done 500.
March, whatever month we're
It's
in.
May.
April,
May 17.
April,
You know,
June.
if
So
we
May
were in
17th,
a-
2014, it is episode 103.
See, and if you're in the UK, it's 17/5, 2013.
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
day,
14,
month,
14.
year, and not month, day.
It's 14,
year.
right? It's 2014.
Yes, it is 2014, Alexander.
But
Seemed
for
like
them,
just
it's
yesterday.
17/5,
17/5,
14, right?
14.
Yeah, 2014.
So yeah, don't be so ignorant when you just.
Okay,
name
You
one
gotta
off
keep the
like
rest of
that.
the world in mind, Jordan.
Laughing
Let's
my
get to the
ass
topic.
off.
we don't have a lot of time today. We don't have a lot of time today, but we have a very beefy topics list.
Oh, yeah,
and
that-
nothing beefier and more amazing than this first topic: League of Legends Fantasy League.
What the
What is
fuck?
it?
Are
What
you
is that
shitting
about?
me? What the fuck are you?
Wait, who cares? Jordan, was that your topic? Did you come up with that
That was
topic?
my topic I brought up. I'll
was
tell you
Jordan.
what. I saw the fact that Riot Games, the creators of League of Legends,
The
brought
first
in-
MOBA in the world, right?
The first MOBA that
very
was ever
first MOBA
created.
in the
Every
world,
MOBA
ever.
after that, copiers. Anyway,
Wow.
Fantasy League, where you can go in and you can pick your pro team players, and based on their performance in the different, competitions
good.
throughout the year, you get to win Riot points. These Riot points spend in game.
That's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
exclusive stuff.
That's
Amazing.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I want to
can't
sign up
believe
for
it.
this. I love fantasy stuff.
What?
And even if
Where
you go
can
through
I
the,
go? Where can
if
I
you
go
go
to
to a winning
watch?
team, you get an exclusive skin in game that no one else can get unless they also.
Where
have
can I
a
go to
winning
watch
team.
my players like play? Like where can I? Where can
Well,
I go to
there's
do
I
that?
sign up for
It's
this?
a Yahoo app that they do
Yahoo
the
app.
fantasy football, fantasy basketball, fantasy League of Legends now on Yahoo.
Oh my good
Yahoo.
lord! Wow.
Is it Yahoo? Is he making? You're making this shit up.
Oh yeah,
You're making
I
this
have
shit up.
no idea
There's no
what
way.
in the world-
It sounds
There's no
pretty
way.
legit, to be honest.
There's no way.
If I had not known about it, I'd probably pass it
Yeah,
off.
he was being really serious about it.
Wow.
Well, two reasons. One, at the moment, right now, it's in beta, and all you really get is bragging rights. There's nothing really.
No riot
No
points.
riot points.
No riot points.
But I thought it was cool because this is kind of like the pretext to having esports like as more than just something people watch on streams, where it's not like Riot is developing a fantasy league where you get to select your players.
It's gonna
you
pretty
know.
much turn into salty bet for fucking. esports.
I mean, you never know what it can turn into.
That's exactly what it'll
Twitch
turn
plays
into.
esports is what
I
it's
said this
gonna
would be
turn
like one
into.
step closer to maybe seeing video games on television one day, and maybe even
They actually did have video games on television before. I don't know if you know it. There was like this channel. It's G4.
G4, I love
Absolutely
that channel.
G4.
What happened to that?
Man, they had like Attack of the Show and all this crazy shit on there, and then they
Nolan
all
North,
got canned. and it was
Nolan
done
North
deal.
hosted one of those shows.
Wow.
Yeah, it turned into like Cops
but
24/7.
Didn't they just have a?
That's what it turned into.
Cops TV.
Yeah, it was like Cops TV.
What is the cheapest show license we can buy that
It's
we
Cops.
have a million episodes?
There's like
to
30
run?
seasons of
Cops.
it.
Cops has hundreds of episodes.
Cops, I mean,
we
Cops
just
is
run
pretty good.
those
That's
for
pretty good.
years.
Watch that Don't Break the Cuffs, that episode right there. Don't break those cuffs.
Sorry, Alex. Continue.
Sorry about that.
No, just somebody asked why we weren't playing any games on here, and I
Well, we often do play games on Creature Talk. This week's a little bit different.
we're not really feeling like playing.
Figured
games.
102 episodes in a row of just
I
playing
mean,
games.
even before we moved out here or whatever, I mean, I know it's been a good like 3 years or so, but I feel like Creature Talk's been running for maybe 4, possibly 5. In the 5-year history, I mean,
2010.
I'm figuring, there had to be a game played somewhere in there, so it's not.
Sometimes
out
we
of
would
the
play
ordinary.
games while we talked.
Yes.
Yes,
That was
actually,
chaos.
that was some of the
Seamus
early-
played a game in the pre-show. So
Oh, yeah, I did. I was playing.
There was a game there.
Bravely Default.
Nintendods.
Yeah,
my
He was playing
Nintendods.
The new Nintendods
Yeah.
that Nintendo announced.
I can play that again if
early.
I can play that again if that'll keep us from getting banned.
All right, go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead. Just
all right.
get a little bit.
as long
going
as
there.
you
Okay.
update us on the game, I think it's still
Alright.
technically.
Now then you got to go up to the camera and actually put your gameplay up
You need
there.
to make
Oh,
sure
do
the
it?
screen is visible.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta put that up there. Like,
You
so
need to
that's-
be able to
Let's
see
just
some
make sure that
gaming
people know
content.
that
Show some gameplay of
there's
that.
still gameplay here.
Oh. Okay.
It's a battle.
What's going on?
Okay.
there?
Go, Seamus. Go. Go, Seamus.
I don't know how to frame this up.
Those
Do we
children,
need to change
children
do we
fighting.
need to change the game that he's playing, or is it like
I'm not exactly sure.
It's still fine.
Not
Oh,
that much.
we
Good
might
job,
be able to
Seamus.
switch from Brink now to whatever this is. Then
It's Brave Default, I believe.
Bravely Default, we can switch
Come on,
that.
Seamus. You can do
Yes.
this.
Spam an A.
You can take these guys.
Spam an A for the most part.
Keep hitting them.
I can't really hold.
Is that Timo?
It might be.
Oh,
It looks
All
like
right.
oh, he's just
Wow.
dead.
There you go.
You
He's
died.
just
What
dead.
am I gonna get here? Do I get a potion? Level up maybe? Oh, I got a potion. See, I got a potion.
amazing.
Oh,
Hmm.
we're not going to be banned now. Hallelujah.
Game played. Game played.
Hallelujah.
Now back to the subject at hand. This fantasy league. Where do you see this going for the future of gaming?
I want to be able to one day
Mm-hmm.
go to a bar. I'm in my 30s, Wife left me.
It's around the
I can
corner
see
for me.
this. I can
It's around.
see
It's right around the
My
corner
da-
for me.
My
right around
daughter's
the
in
corner.
first grade. She hates me. I didn't show up to her piano recital or whatever.
Yeah, I hate
Stupid.
those
Just dropped
recitals.
off at her
She's like
piano
a prodigy
recital.
or some bullshit, but I was busy that day. Anyway, I go to a bar, right? Pound down some brewskis with my buds, maybe one bud that I met while playing League of Legends.
While drinking Bud
while
Light.
playing Bud with my bud, drinking Bud. and I look up and on the TV, League of Legends Season 17. Pro semifinals.
You have
Wow.
and I'm
who we
like,
got?
wow.
Wait a minute. It took you
We've
17 seasons to see it in this bar?
We've come
Is this the first time you've
so
been at that bar?
Well, I mean,
He's just discussing.
So
a
this bar
futuristic
is
situation.
actually
It could have been a
owned-
lot.
This
But
bar
this
is-
is 17
see,
seasons
no.
in, then he's catching
So-
it on the TV at this bar, which he's
my
obviously
previous
familiar with this
yeah,
bar.
my previous landlord, his buddy actually started this bar,
Okay.
and because of that,
Seamus
because of my
there too?
relationships, I helped him build it a
be
little bit
dead.
because I knew a little bit of construction.
I'm on my way out the door.
And I was kind of low on money, so I helped with some of the
you
construction
turned
work,
26.
some labor work. But so every once in a while, I get free drinks there, so I'm a little bit familiar.
But
with
how
that
did you
bar.
enter in the 17th season? How come you didn't catch it from the first season, Aaron?
Well, no, it's at the present. It's the 17th season.
In the future, it'll be
in the future, I'm just saying a moment in time.
The
In-
futuristic
in that time,
situation.
the 17th season is on.
Okay.
I'm watching the semifinals, and it's like, wow, we've come so far.
Oh, so you're
Where-
reminiscing. is what
Yeah,
this
I'm
is.
reminiscing
Okay.
at the same time
Okay,
as I'm in the
okay.
future. I'm thinking about the
Huh.
past, and it's like just seemed yesterday I was on Creature Talk 103, and I was talking about Fantasy League of Legends,
Yeah.
and now it's on the TV.
And now that's a sport.
Pounding down brewskis. Somebody's
a
yelling,
whole new sport.
change the jungler. He sucks, and I'm like, yes. he
Scar
does
the
suck,
Third is
yes."
terrible.
Oh man.
Wow.
And that's really what I envisioned for this.
What a possibility. Because
Can you imagine
of this.
that? A sports bar dedicated, an esports bar,
An
if you will.
esports bar,
An
yeah.
esports bar. Future of League of
The
Legends.
fact
right
that
there.
Riot Games is at the head of this,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they could take such a charge and they could bring about such change to the gaming community is something that I am totally for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not all that into their game. However, I can trust in them to
Yeah.
bring this in to the forefront.
Yes.
We can usher in games like Call of Duty.
Yes.
We can usher in games like Halo. All
Halo
of those
5.
at
Preach
the
it.
forefront
Preach it, brother.
of this exact formula. Bringing this to the table now can only mean bigger and better things for the future, for our future.
That's really what it's about.
That's all it's about.
That's what it's all about.
That's all it is about.
I imagine a day, much like yourself,
In the future.
10 years down the line,
5,
I am
10 years.
fully retired. I am done with
done?
this.
Yeah.
And I am bidding $10,000
Wow.
each game
What?
for
That's probably pocket
That's
change
his-
at that
That's
point.
his betting.
for
like,
people,
that's his,
for
this is
people
doing
to
his
just
betting
play
profession.
for me. For people to play for me. And if they win, hallelujah. If they lose, hey, I'll get them next time. You know what
Are
I
you
mean?
gonna own? Do you think you'll own an esports team?
Wow. That could be an investment that I could look into
You could
quite
own
possibly.
an esports team.
I mean, I've already been eyeballing some people.
He's in the market.
Thinking
TSM?
about bringing back Walshy
TSM?
for Halo, maybe.
Walshy,
Walshy, yes.
Halo.
I saw him.
Walshy for the win.
I think I saw him down the street the other day. He was like holding a sign or something, but he'd be a great addition to this esports team.
Thinking about reforming.
Sponsored by the Creature.
When you put together the reformation of an old team, you can only get bigger, better things.
So you're saying like a
I'm taking the
Legends team?
past and I'm bringing it to the future. I'm bringing a past Halo team to the future, and we're gonna be taking it all the way.
That's really how you got to start it.
Can you
That's
imagine
really
that?
how
That's
you-
like an all-star, one of those all-star teams, like a hockey team where like all these old guys are on it playing against these young guns.
You got
that don't know what they're
Gretzky
doing.
and Brett
Gretzky.
Hull and
I mean, all those people that I couldn't name one except Gretzky because that's all a casual.
Well, what
hockey.
about
You gotta
Brett
mix it
Hull?
up, though. Like some
Chris
of those
Chelios,
guys, some of those guys gotta
Chara,
get,
you got Chara, you
Yeah,
gotta throw
yeah,
some of the
yeah.
Boston Bruins players
Yeah,
in
that
there.
guy.
Some of those guys you just can't bring back though. They're so far gone that you just can't bring them back. You
Some
gotta
of them are
have,
just
you gotta have a
dead.
mix of young talent, old talent. So you got the old vets
The
teaching the
vets.
young guns how to do it, and I can see that format fitting perfectly
Man.
into this.
sounds like a movie opportunity as well.
I mean, do you think a documentary could very well come out of something like this?
I very well think a
Could play in the
documentary
bars,
could
too.
be done.
They have a
watch it.
Smash documentary. Why not a League documentary?
You go to these.
They probably already
these
have one.
esports
They have a
bars.
Dota
They have the Dota
documentary.
one, yeah, the
they have-
Dota one.
Steam pushed
They
the
do.
Dota
They do
documentary,
free-to-play.
and then they crowdfunded a tournament pool. So
I should
that's
watch
like in
that.
the
I heard it was
five-
good.
That's in like $5 million.
Documentary, I've
at this
heard a lot of
point.
good
I heard
things
it was
about
really
that
good.
documentary.
Yeah.
A lot.
There's
of
a
good
guy
things.
who like spent his whole life playing the game in the documentary, and I was like, "What?"
It's kind of like what I do. I just play different games.
No,
and
no,
I'm
no.
not nearly
'cause
as good.
He
at
just plays one game though. He doesn't even play different ones. He just plays one.
Obsessed with
Yeah, he
Dota.
plays like one game really well. I play every game like terribly.
Moderate?
So moderate
I'd say
to
moderate.
moderate to poorly.
I mean, they
Something
could
like
also
that.
bring back the whole Donkey Kong thing, you know.
Oh, Fistful of
really,
Quarters?
Yeah, really get into that.
Fistful
I
of
mean,
Quarters. You ever seen that?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
good.
they could bring back what's his face, like Billy Idol or whatever the fuck his name was.
Billy something.
I mean,
Get this. Wait a
Billy
second.
bring him back, and you know, he plays the. I mean,
Billy Idol versus Bon Jovi. And Donkey
$5
Kong.
grand on Billy Idol to play Donkey Kong. You know, who knows what the wages could be to that? I'd hit it home with
The
that.
thing
There's
is,
some,
there's more to this esports bar than you're thinking of, James, because you're just thinking of watching these esports tournaments and stuff.
I am.
There could
I'm pretty
there could
one-tracked.
be
One-track
local
mind.
tournaments going on at these esports bars. You could bet locally, at these qualifiers, bet on the screen at the same time. You got people that are betting in two different sections.
It'll be like off-track
To add to
betting.
that, they're live streaming the bar.
Jesus.
They're live streaming the whole thing.
You know, they also have at Dave & Buster's, they have that betting thing with the horse game setup. So
it would be
imagine
like that.
a video game based on video game players betting with video game players having video game talent on the line through video games.
And then, if you lose your money, you can go double or nothing and try and get through a level of Dark Souls.
Jesus Christ.
That'd be pretty legit.
Can you imagine that?
Wow, I'd die right away.
Well, this is
I
this
think
is
I'd pretty
I
much
mean,
everything,
I
but
think
that'd be
this is-
legit.
This is very lucrative for our future. I think this is something
Lot of
we need
big
to stay on
things.
top of. We need to look into this. We need to
Keep up to date on this.
obviously
I'm
continue
gonna look
researching
more
about
into this as
Yes.
time comes.
Bring
'cause
this
I do
next
wanna,
week, too.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna look more into it
See
next
big
week.
Let us
Thinking of
evolve
this.
with this, and let's evolve with it. Like, you know, because if we evolve with it, we'll be at the forefront of people that will be able to fully take advantage of this lucrative, you know, position and opportunity.
Absolutely.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Hashtag mind blown. I
Done.
can't. I mean, that's perfect.
It's the future.
That's perfect.
It's the
It is
future.
the future of gaming, of video gaming as we know it.
The future.
Esports
Question:
bars.
in the future,
Patent
say YouTube is still up and running, would you want your kids to pursue your career, or would you want them to do other jobs?
I don't want children at
What
all.
a question. That is a loaded question.
Can I pick no children? Because I don't want any children at all.
No children over here.
Okay.
No, Jordan?
What do you tell your
well,
kid?
seeing as it's something you can't really pursue very well.
Oh,
It's more of something that we fell into more than anything.
Would you let your child fall into that? You would not.
No.
You would not.
kid comes home.
You would not.
Dad, I got the new Elgato 4. You know, I want to record Minecraft
Smash
too.
it against the ground?
Really?
He says, absolutely not. This is daddy's job.
What if, right, you know, you come home, you know, you're tired, you're a little bit drunk, you had a rough day here at the office.
Little bit drunk. Moderately
Your
drunk.
kid is your kid.
driving home.
You hear in the living room, you know, frag out and all that shit, and you're like, oh, what's my kid playing? You go in there and you see your kid, right? He's playing Call of Duty for 17, right?
Call of Duty Black Ops 9.
He's
The second blackening.
He's fragging out. He's got like he's got like you know 17 frags and 0 deaths, right? And you're
He's
like,
skilled.
and you're like, you
skilled.
watch him a little bit. You're like, all right, you know, he's somewhat good. Next day you come home, he's still going at it, and he's still doing just
This
as
time
good.
he's
Do you
19
say,
and 0.
you know, son, you know, stop playing this game. Do your homework.
Well, this
You're
seems to be a
never
little bit
Wait,
more
now,
like...
this is
gonna
different.
go
Yeah,
this is
anywhere.
like a pro player.
Yeah, this is
prodigy
him playing.
here.
This isn't him recording.
so you
If
mean
I
from
walked
a
in on
common-
him, like,
well, it's a career
recording
though, because you can be a
commentary.
pro player.
I know
in the
that's
YouTube
different than a
career.
YouTube career, though. Okay.
So let's say both situations, okay? You walk in, either A, your son is playing very well, or B, your son is recording and doing a commentary. It might not necessarily be good, might not be bad, but what would you do in those two instances?
Well, the first instance where he's playing good.
Yes, where he's playing amazing, not just good, like just over the wall amazing.
I send him to the MLG Training Academy, where he will develop and hone his skills to go up against some of the best. He'll learn from Walshy. Walshy will be an academy
Will he
director.
still be alive?
Walsh would be old as fuck. He'll be like, he'll have a beard and be like, you know,
Okay, ladies.
I want to see some better YYs out there.
Like the guy from
No
Dodgeball.
scope swinging,
You better make
like
sure you do
double
that
scope.
ladder stall right. 10 push-ups.
And then if I come in on him recording,
Yes.
I'm gonna go real hard on him. He can't just go ahead and start recording and be like, and then he turns to me, you know, Daddy, I'm trying out the recording thing. I was be like, you got to do it right, or you're not doing it at all.
Oh, well, what is the right way to do it?
He sounds good and entertaining. I'd sit there for a bit and I listen to him. If he's boring, I'm gonna
You'd
go and
sit
rip
there
the
and be
mic
like,
out.
you'd put a mic in front of him and say, commentate.
So if he's good, would you
And
support
you're
it?
gonna
You
stare
would
right
support
at
it.
him as he's commentating, and he's gonna know you're there, and the pressure's gonna be on. I gotta show Dad.
But if he
that I
does
know
well
it.
in that case, what do you do if he does well and you're
I
sitting right next to
exploit
him?
him on my own channel.
That's what I was thinking. Absolutely, I would take
Don't
my
let him
child.
get his own channel.
You take your child and you put him to work.
You exploit him. He carries on the legacy on your channel.
I mean, I would love to talk with big companies, you know, like Machinima, and be like, listen, I got this kid. He's doing this thing. He's doing the same thing I was doing. You know, lowball him. I don't give a fuck because I'm going to take it all anyway. But just put him to work, you know? Put him to work.
Start him out, you know, he'll be a baseline editor. You know, he'll be the kid that goes through the
Are
footage.
you sure you don't want kids, Seamus?
I'm definitely sure I don't want kids. I do not want kids at all.
Here's what I'm thinking, right?
It'd be pretty useful.
I come home.
Not
had
at all.
Had a
No.
long day at work. A little bit drunk.
Kids,
Kids in the
Why is there always
computer.
drunkenness in this?
I'm a little bit drunk.
Kids in the computer, I hear them screaming like, "Oh, you fucker! I'm gonna kill you,
Whoa.
you little bitch!"
That's a little bit
And I go in, I'm like, "Son, what are you doing?" And I see that he's playing a game. He's playing League of Legends.
League of Legends. Okay.
And I see at the top left-hand corner of the screen 2 red numbers.
What's those red numbers
What does
represent?
that mean?
Fraps 3.
Oh my lord!
He's pulling in an 18 frame per second recording here.
He's recording.
That's
himself
a shell
playing.
shocker right there.
And I say, "Who taught you this? Who taught you how to
I
do
watched
this?"
a video tutorial on YouTube, Daddy.
It was from your channel.
And he says, "You, Dad, you taught me this." And I look down and I say, "Wow." And a tear forms. A very small tear forms in the corner of my eye. And I say, "Son or daughter, whatever, I don't know what you are these days, keep up the good work." And I close the door.
So you're all for this then?
Let him go.
Absolutely. Reason for that,
You make him a shout out video.
I'm guessing so that, you know,
You make him a
if I
shout-out.
had a channel still,
Here's my son.
you know what? I was bringing this up the other day. Like,
he's going to make all the money he can off of his child.
you know,
Sign the money over to me.
I'm gonna be 10 years older. My subscribers are gonna be 10 years older. I'm thinking like I'm in my 30s. My subs are probably in their 20s, and they're like, "Why are we still watching this old fuck? What is he even talking about anymore?" And, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like,
I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with this.
Once you hit 30, they just shut your
"Hey
channel
guys,
down.
what's going on? Mortal HD here. What's up, dude?
Still doing that.
Damn, dude, yeah." Like, we
You
played
s-
some
took up smoke?
Minecraft again.
You take up smoking like over the years?
I don't know. Like,
Damn, dude, I don't know.
maybe a little bit of cocaine. I'll have, like cocaine like out of one nostril. Like, oh yeah. Like,
Damn, I'm catching a cold today.
So then, what were you leading to here? I think I know what you were leading to. Is what I can
well,
picture.
you can finish for me then.
I
if you-
think what you were leading into was basically your son has already got things down packed. He's learned it from you. You've been his mentor for a while. Right? You know? Right?
Yeah.
You've been his mentor, okay?
Yeah.
You come in, you see this stuff, and then you decide on what you want to do.
Right.
And what you decide to do is you let him run. You let him run your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that the way you go about
That
it?
is what I would do. My predecessor, my next to kin, I'd say, you know, I'll be like, "I'm leaving YouTube, guys. You know, it's been a great run. You guys are awesome." And then my kid would come on. He'd be like, "Hi, I'm a Mortal HD Junior, bitch." And I'd be like, "Yeah, son, you go get
You
them."
give him the junior title?
I mean, what else would I give him? Like, how is he going to carry on the legacy of my alias that I made up when I was 13 if he doesn't have the junior title next to it? Unless it's like immortal.
What if he's not
you
okay
know.
with that though? What if he doesn't want the junior? What if he wants to make his own and stand out on his own?
What if he rebels?
Yeah, what if he
What
doesn't,
if he
doesn't want to
wanna-
go in your
he doesn't wanna
footsteps?
You don't
take
think
your
I'm gonna make
channel?
him sign a freaking NDA before he
Oh.
posts on my channel? Are you serious?
Wow.
I'm gonna lock him down on a strict CPM.
Wow.
The CPM will go strictly towards his allowance for the week.
Okay.
You know, he makes good videos, son. You get 10% of the CPM you earned. You know, that's your allowance for this week.
10% is
all
a
right?
little bit generous.
You know, son, you're grounded. No CPM.
No percentage.
No percentage. No CPM this week.
Be like a rev share at that point.
I mean, it probably would be a rev share at that point
For him, at least.
for him. Yeah,
Get a rev share of it.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, it would probably be a rev share at that point. So
Well, I can't wait for that to happen. I can't wait for that to happen. I mean, I can't wait for that day to come where your legacy is taken over.
yeah, I mean, I guess somebody's like, I'm gonna be 26 in 10 years. Like, are you gonna go on the creatures, be like, what the fuck are these guys up to? And we're like 40, like, yeah, creature talk 500, yeah,
40 years old and we're still doing the same shit.
creature talk 500, guys.
Hey.
I'm having these like back spasms.
Shit, I already am.
I
What
just
the
picked
fuck?
up my hemorrhoidal cream the other
Yeah,
day.
would you get that checked out? Yeah, I went on webbm2.com.
Well, that would be something. That was a loaded question.
That was a pretty loaded question.
Good.
What would you do? How about we get a little bit more specific because I'm seeing a lot of these people saying Thirsty Junior.
Thirsty Junior.
What would you do if your child was super thirsty and went about it to where they did not
He's
they did
messaging
not
other YouTubers.
yes,
like,
they did not take over your legacy.
So in a
the right
hypothetical
way.
situation,
Your son
right?
is messaging
Hypothetical
James's child.
situation.
Yes.
I go on, right, and our emails are linked, right, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden I see a sent message to PewDiePie Jr. And I'm like,
PewDiePie's son that took over his channel.
I say, son, what is this? What is this? Hey, dude, what is this? Do you want a collab? I have a pretty successful YouTube channel.
Check out my link.
Yeah,
you
Daddy
gonna-
gets a lot of
were you
views. I
gonna-
just wanted to make time.
Were you gonna do this without telling me?
I just wanted my channel to get bigger.
Keep in mind that you're working with both the original channels here, right?
You know what I make him
this
do?
would be
I
main
make him
channels.
drink 3 water balls in a row. That's
So
what I
his
do.
bladder bursts? Like,
That or
Listen,
he
boy.
pukes. I don't know what happens if you drink
Make
that
him
much
drink
water.
milk?
if you drink too much water, you die.
Not
It'd
necessarily.
probably be more than 3 bottles of water, but I'm not sure.
I mean, not necessarily.
Make him drink a
Well,
little
yeah.
a thing of milk. A whole
Thing of
gallon
milk, a whole gallon of milk.
Well, then he'll throw up.
Like
Yeah.
if you're this thirsty,
Yeah.
I have something to quench your thirst, and I give him a whole drink that whole
So
thing.
you punish him for this.
You take him outside, get the garden hose, and just be spraying him in the face.
Sounds like Child Protective
You're this
Services are going to be
thirsty?
paying you a visit.
Thursday.
I mean, there's a right way to go about it.
How do you explain this when the cops show up on your doorstep?
Yeah.
I'd be like, listen, do you know who the fuck I am? I have over 3,000 confirmed uploads on YouTube. You are nothing to me but a bunch of oppressive,
Police officers.
Exactly.
They're gonna be AI at that point. So
Oh, they're gonna be robots at
They'll
that
be
point.
robots.
And
They'll
they'll be like,
I
is
watch
this
your
the house
stuff.
of Immortal HD on YouTube? And I'll be like, yes, it is. Get the fuck out, you robot.
I just watched all your content in a second. You suck.
I have like a protector Applebot. It's the personal security guard. And
Applebot?
I'd make Applebot fight the cop bots.
Yeah, okay.
He'd go out in there and be like, sock and bop them like robots in my front lawn. Then I get
Okay,
my
can we move on,
my
please?
eye dog to come
what have we
out.
done here?
Just explain the next generation.
Oh,
I get my eye car and drive the fuck out of there too.
The next generation.
Out of his eye
It's
house,
like you take
his
your
eye
iPhone
garage.
Up, throw it, and it like expands over.
Wow.
That is terrible.
Kinda,
You sure you don't want kids?
I'm definitely sure I'd never want
This
children.
is- entire
after this
legacy of
amazing
juniors
conversation,
and-
he could take your channel and upload 20,000 more videos.
Oh,
Man, if
I'll
I-
take him
he's
off-
so much more young and spry.
I'll take him out of school. so
with
he can-
Seamus's luck, he's gonna be like a jock. He's not even gonna like video games.
So he'll be like 8 years old lifting weights. Like, son,
He'll have this opportunity to just
son's
like
beating
play
you up.
games and like commentate. I'll be like, no,
What
Dad,
if- what
I
if-
want
what
to
if
toss
they're-
the football.
what if they're my daughter and
Dad, I
they
wanna
want a
toss the
beauty?
football.
What if they don't like games?
Oh,
and they're my
daughter?
daughter, and they'd want a beauty thing or whatever else they want to do.
Ah,
if-
makeup
what if-
channel.
Makeup channel.
Exactly.
Exactly. There
Or
you
what
go.
if she goes to school and she's like, I have a gamer dad, so I'm a gamer girl.
Whatever floats her boat, I guess.
No.
I'm not gonna-
Makeup channel. We want to spread and cause a shift.
You just
into
go into
diverse.
her room, you just start
Tell
throwing
you-
makeup at her. Do a fucking makeup channel right now.
I'm doing gaming. You're doing
You
makeup.
walk in on your daughter playing League of Legends on Twitch, and there's a very high webcam.
Oh no.
And she's like, Dad, what are you doing here?
Shay Messina,
Zips up her Twitch hoodie.
She's like, Dad,
Shay
what
Mina,
are you doing here?
why is your webcam suspended from the ceiling, looking down like that? Why do you have 43,000 viewers? You're
Why is there a
getting
bunch of dicks in chat?
you're getting 8 donations every 3 seconds. What is going on in here?
You said that
saying
this
tits.
PayPal link?
They're saying tits or get the fuck out. What do you do in that case?
Shaymina, please. Come on. I taught you better than this.
Shaymina.
Shaymina, please.
Shaymina.
Shaymina.
Not like Samantha or Shanae.
Just like
Shanae.
just like Immortal Junior. It can't, I'm not gonna name my daughter Seamus Junior. It's got to be Shaymina.
Why not? Why won't you name
That's
your daughter
disrespectful. She's gonna get made fun of.
Junior Rat.
man.
Shaymina is a beautiful name.
Jamise. I'll do Jamise.
Shaymina is a
On that note,
Shaymina is a
He
beautiful
didn't say
name.
what he would do in that case.
I didn't want to continue after that. I just
You
had to
walked
bring it
in
up.
on that.
Food for thought is all I wanted.
Food for thought. That's a serious situation. That's another loaded avenue
know what I
there
do?
that you could explore.
Here's what. I come
Okay.
in right. Long day at work.
Is this my daughter or your
bit
child?
A little bit more drunk than usual.
A little bit
Whose child is this now?
My child.
Okay, is it a boy, girl?
It's a girl. Cause
Girl
it's
doing
the
the
whole
Twitch
webcam
thing.
thing. Right?
All right.
Come in right. I see this happening right
What's
now.
their
right?
name though? you come up with a name?
I don't know, like
Alexina.
Alexis or something like that. I don't know. Alexis.
So you can
H-
make a nice name out of like
Alexis
Alex. It'd
HD
be like
would her
Alexis.
name, I don't know, right?
What can you get out of?
Come in. I see this going on, right? I see the chat. I see her. I know exactly what's going on. I've seen this hundreds of times before. You
If
know,
not thousands
if
at this
not
point.
I seen
thousands.
this 15 years ago.
You're not original.
I look at her and she looks at me and she's, what is he gonna say? And I say, "You gotta make your webcam bigger."
What?
And I walk out the room.
What?
I mean,
You're an amateur.
Here's what I'm
That
thinking.
webcam's way too small.
if this is what she wants to do, and this is how she wants to be looked at, by all means, She's making, you said, 8 donations per minute.
Wow.
Hey, that can
You
pay
know,
her
like, work
college
out a rev
tuition.
share.
Hey, if you make the webcam a little bigger,
That can pay through med school, Jordan.
If you make your webcam bigger, you'll be able to go to Harvard. Not
you'll get
just a
12
community
donations a
college.
minute. Come on.
So make your webcam bigger. All right.
Okay.
She wants to pay through med school by that way. By all means,
That's a smart child.
Oh my
That is a smart child.
Mom can talk to her about it. all right?
Smarter
I think
father
that
as well.
The CRT Nova right now is perfect. And Alex, all of them are
Do you
pretty
get
much
do you
good
get
right
her
now.
a more high quality webcam? Do you
Get her a 4K webcam at the time.
No, listen. I'm not gonna.
Shoots in
endorse
4K.
it. I'm not gonna endorse
You
it.
just endorsed it by giving advice.
No, it's I turn the other cheek kind of thing. I turn the shoulder.
But
and,
you gave advice in the process.
I gave advice under my breath. All right, it's all I
Your
did.
breath, so it
Under my
doesn't count.
breath, so it doesn't count. All right.
Doesn't count.
Like I
no.
said, mom can deal
Slips
with
a
it.
note.
All right,
Mom can deal with it.
mom can deal with it.
What if the chat goes like,
What
"That's
if-
that immortal guy?
What
I
if
remember him."
What if the mother would
No, I
come
mean,
in
that might
and then she is part of it as well? Low cut shirt. What if she gets in on it? What if you have both of them?
a mom
mother and daughter.
Stream.
Oh!
Can we
move on, please?
Twitch
the worst part about it is it's probably gonna show up in like my press conference later on, right? When I'm just like we're doing our
That's gonna be on like whatever TMZ exists
gonna
for
be
YouTubers
like,
at that point.
It's gonna be like
Mortal
I don't know,
HCs.
PAX China or something, right? We're gonna be at, and someone's gonna be like, "What'd you think of your daughter doing that live stream?" And I'm gonna say no comment.
I didn't even know it was happening.
I'm gonna say
My
no
daughter's
comment.
live streaming right now.
They're gonna be like, people saw you in that chat room. They saw you walk in, and you just say, "I'll be like, no comment." I have no comment for that because I had a long day at work. I'm a little bit drunk, so I just
I was a little bit inebriated at the time.
no comment.
Okay, moving on.
How do you?
So that was a good job discussing that League of Legends Fantasy League. That was a good topic, guys.
Turned into a fantasy, all right.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Well, the next generation's gonna be fun.
Anyway, so speaking of next gen, they revealed Batman. Next gen Batman has been revealed.
Yes.
What do you think, James?
Well, I look at Batman and I picture not only a role model, but someone that I can relate to on a level beyond anything that I could ever think of. So when I seen the unveiling of this new Batman, all I could think was, wow, it's like unbelievable. I feel like through this picture, I can resonate with this man under the mask, but with the mask as well. I feel as though a father figure has just entered my life without fully entering my life. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. I mean, Alex, do you have anything to follow up with that? I mean, what did you think of the picture?
You know, I'm a fan of chins. You know,
Ben Affleck has a chin.
that's what I'm saying.
He
You
has
know,
a
I
chin.
saw that chin. I was like, wow, this is like that one Fairly Odd Parents episode with the Captain Chin. And I was like, this kind of reminds me of that. Captain Chin or the Crimson Chin.
Okay,
Was one of my
Captain
one of my
Chin.
Captain Chin, Crimson Chin. It's the same exact.
They both start
Yeah,
with a
same
C.
thing.
Think about it. And I
You
was
said
like,
the tick.
the tick?
The tick.
The tick?
Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, this is great. And my favorite part is definitely, you know, they made him a lot more muscular. I like that. I like that because now it's like, before I felt that, you know, how did Batman beat up all those guys? You know, did he have super fists or something? Because he knocked them out. Christian
that's
Bale would
crazy.
knock these guys all over the place.
They-
But now I
he's
see a new
throwing 'em
Batman,
around.
he's like, you know,
Bulky.
he's pretty bold. He's like Brock Lesnar, you know, in a Batman outfit, and I'm like, this is perfect. That's what I want to see. I want to see Batman be like 7 feet tall, just like, you know, beating the shit out of all these guys. He just comes in, he just knocks them all out. He's breaking noses and stuff. Like, that's what I want to see. So I'm really happy with the results that I saw.
I mean, Seamus, two great points about this new Batman picture. What
I would say mine's a little bit better than.
yeah,
his, but, I mean,
I'd say so too. His is a little bit weak, but Seamus, what do you say about this?
I liked especially the big fat bat symbol. that he has now.
Did you see the Imgur picture of they outlined the bat and then showed it in cartoon form below?
Yeah, they said it was based off of his later life when he had like the big fat bat icon. I liked it. Thought it was very appropriate. I think it's kind of comical with how fat the bat is.
I think it actually represents his former glory. and
I think
how
what more so represents everything he's been through has been packed
Exactly.
into this bat
all
logo.
over like 5
It's a very saturated
years.
bat.
It is a very
Small.
oversaturated.
It's an oversaturated
He's been
bat.
through so much in his life that this bat has swollen beyond comprehension.
with glory.
With glory as
glory.
well. Glory's in there too, but there's also defeat.
Defeat.
Mostly
There's
glory,
defeat
though.
in there, but
It's
mostly
mostly
glory. That's
I
why
can't
it's
agree
so,
with defeat. I've never seen this man ever defeated in any way, shape, or form. And
I mean, they showed the Batmobile too. I mean, it's pretty glorious.
that was a wonderful.
Really
vehicle.
excited.
He had, like,
Really
little nubby
excited.
ears, too, doesn't
He
he?
did have little stubby ears.
Little
I
nubby
mean,
ears.
I mean, right here on the topic thing, it says Batman and his ears.
And his ears.
So obviously something Alex typed out but never even mentioned. So kind of weird, to be honest. I mean, what do you think about his ears, Alex?
What about him?
Anyway, so yeah, they go check out the Batman thing. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed they didn't have the bat nipples on there.
No bat nipples.
No bat nipples.
No nipple
A lot of
armor.
people were saying it was similar to it was like Man of Steel suit kind of style. It was like similar texture and stuff, which I could see. So it's going to be Man of Steel and Batman with the same, like material of suits.
Maybe they went to the same, like, you know, manufacturer.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Probably offer the best prices, so might as well.
Because, I mean,
Paying a lot of
I
money.
feel like on Planet Krypton or whatever, the price is probably fairly high for a suit like that. So he probably came down and Batman hooked them up or whatever.
Probably. Initially, it probably was that. I mean, if anything, it was Superman's dad had went to Bruce Wayne all those years ago, and Bruce Wayne had built him the suit, and it was stored away.
Oh.
Or his dad, even his dad, not just Bruce.
He's just trying to
his
cut
dad.
back on costs.
And he comes back, and it's like, oh yeah, hey, I built that suit.
Yeah,
I built
yeah.
one similar so I can match up against Superman. And
Because when they fight, they'll be like, I know your dad. I built you your suit.
yep. And then he's like, I retrofitted it with a explosive thing, so die. Then he
Yeah.
blows him up.
Then he's Superman, so he doesn't die.
Yeah.
Except it was kryptonite explosive device.
Yeah, I mean,
He wouldn't be weakened
So
to the.
shards of kryptonite
Oh, okay.
like go into him, and then
So
he
they're
can't
like
recover.
deactivated kryptonite shards that they activate when the explosion happens. Otherwise,
Yes.
he'd get near the suit and be
Yes.
like,
No,
"Oh man, I'm weak."
It's a protective barrier around
okay.
the kryptonite bomb.
All right. Well, this
When
is
the bomb
genius.
Goes
This
up.
is-
It's going to be an interesting movie. I'm really excited for it. I'm pretty impressed. Good thing Dan isn't here.
Yeah, this topic would be about 3 hours long if Dan was around.
Dan knows way more about it than I do.
He sure does.
So
I just know
that's
about the fat
Batman
bat.
thing. I like the fat bat.
I liked it.
It's a good bat. So what's this? ESO Raid Challenge stream.
What is that?
So this is an ESO
I know.
update.
Another ESO update.
I know that we always want, the ESO's Animax updates. So, ESO is having a stream it's gonna be a challenge stream where they're gonna have people compete in raids, and it's like these hardcore raids, and like whoever gets the best time is gonna win. So I thought it was a great community event, great for the PR. Especially since when the game is released on Xbox, it's still going to cost money to play it, despite Xbox Live not, having to be there because of Netflix. You'll still need Xbox Live to play ESO, but it's still a great PR thing for them because now they're really emphasizing on community at this point. So,
Still haven't played it. I should really try it
your mic
at some
keeps
point.
cutting when you move. You tard.
Is that what someone said?
Yes.
Hello.
Probably because you keep.
But now we need a new mic for Jordan.
I don't know. I believe it keeps happening.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
So that's,
ESO.
That's our update.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's really it.
That was nice. That's pretty good. Thank you for that.
Probably the best news we've heard about that game so
The
far.
most positive news that we've ever heard.
What's this?
Next topic. There's something very, very interesting. Just said ESO doesn't suck.
I haven't played it, so I can't really touch, but based on it.
He has. Anyway,
Yeah, I
says-
didn't get my promised free months either, so I'm in the same boat there.
I got like a week, I think, like 5 days or something.
got 5 days free.
I think it was like a couple
You're supposed
days.
to get a subscription. You pay for the subscription, then you get a free month. I pay for the subscription, and then I paid again for the subscription because they
Oh.
charged me. They never gave me.
Maybe I did get a free month. I don't know. I got something for free.
Maybe they give it to you after you play for 12 months.
Ah.
And you get a free month, and then you can.
So after I pay for 12 months, they give me a free month.
yes, that
That's
sounds,
like-
that
that's-
sounds about right.
It's better than no months free.
So you gotta
That's a
play
pretty
for
good
an entire
model.
year.
That's a pretty good model right there.
It's a pretty good model. I mean, you bought it because of that.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
anyway,
that's-
there's also been a teaser image that has been released for Halo 5 Guardians. Halo 5 Guardians.
I also heard on top of that there was also a supposedly a Halo collection that would be coming to the Xbox One with
Yes.
all of them,
1 through 4.
1 through 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
four was the best.
4 is definitely the best.
Best.
That's weird that if it's 1 through 4, does that include like ODST,
DST, Reach, probably.
a classic?
What about the RTS
Combat
one?
Evolved, whatever.
Oh, Halo Wars. Oh,
Yes, that one was my favorite.
Wow.
I think that's what really got me into the franchise.
Could have Spartan Assault in there too.
Man, I'd like that. That would
That's
be
just
good.
the Halo Ultimate Collection for $300.
$399.9. $399.9. Yeah, okay, so like $400.
$399.99.
That'd be pretty good.
That would be pretty good.
I would
400
definitely
bucks,
buy
You
that.
can play all the games you
Because
already
I have
own.
2 copies of all the games I own. Yeah.
It would be great.
Well, we've already said about the Halo 5 Guardians, obviously exploring a little bit about the storyline behind the Guardians, which, when you were killed
what it's
by-
about. So what they have so far is that in Halo 3, when you would get killed by fusion coils,
Magical
the things
items,
on Guardian,
like
on
that,
Guardian and stuff, the actual map Guardian,
Yeah.
which could have something to do with the entire storyline. The actual
could.
map,
That could
because
link in
it
as
was up
well.
in trees, and so it might have a little bit of a similarity.
Yeah.
Man, that would be that's stretching it pretty far.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Did you read up on this?
Did I read up on this?
Did you read up on this?
You act like
What is there to read up
the
on?
about you
map,
be
the
quiet?
map Guardian,
Yes.
the Guardians,
The
the Guardians.
Guardians of the Map Guardian are now the premise for Halo 5. Is
You
that
don't
Yes.
believe that to be true.
Why else would they call it Guardians?
Why did
now
you-
you have to understand that when you go to the map Guardians and you get killed by one of these, or
I
you
feel
get killed
like
by the traffic
the thing
cone.
is,
Yeah, I mean that's.
Alex, can you let me continue first before you give your counterpoints?
okay.
Yeah, they figured like you could probably give.
I was gonna say, I mean, there's
there's
books out and stuff like that. There's plenty of lore that's already available.
Let's
that
not get
kind
into
of
that. Let's
knows.
Yeah,
not-
whatever,
let's
whatever.
just
So
go with
I'm
that.
we'll
going
just
off.
go-
Of,
we'll
I'm
just
going
go-
off. I'm
this
just
is-
going
okay.
off of what they say.
We'll go off of that then.
Okay,
I feel like it's
so-
probably more reliable either way.
Guardians in Halo 3, you go in there, you're playing games, you get killed by a traffic cone.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few seconds in there, they've done studies, where you don't respawn right away.
That is
What
true.
Where do you
happens-
go?
Exactly. Halo 5 Guardians. That's the answer to that.
It's where you respawn.
That's where you respawn. You don't know it though, because they're like, okay, we'll tease them a little bit. We're at an extra second to every Guardian kill, so that they go and we can make it so this Halo 5 Guardians takes place 1 second of linear time of Earth time.
Huh.
And they slow it down so much. You're going through. You can complete an entire 4-hour storyline, which is what the campaign will probably be.
So like
Probably.
4 hours
In 1 second, and then
their
you respawn.
time is 1 second.
Yes.
In Halo
It's
3
an
time.
alternate dimension of complete time restructuring.
Wow.
And you're going through. That's where Chief went. When Chief went through that big, huge wormhole or whatever, that's where he ended up.
Sure did.
I mean, it's hard to believe, I know, but this is what they're saying.
That makes. I mean,
other than that,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not
that's-
really
I
sure
can't-
what's
that's-
going on. I
I
mean,
mean,
if that doesn't make sense to you, you can go off all your stupid
That's-
books you want. But I mean, they said this.
That makes more sense than. Yeah, I mean that I'd rather go with that than something that doesn't make sense. So. Yeah.
So for this, you know, Master Chief's there, but there's also a female Spartan.
Now someone's saying they can't hear you at all. So, I think
Hello?
you might have. I think you might have broke your microphone.
Hello?
You broke it.
I can see my peaks on there.
Well, then maybe they're just lying to you. I don't know.
Hello?
Maybe it cuts in and out.
Stop moving with the cord. You're ruining it.
I stopped moving.
I can't really tell. I can't really tell. I don't know, but I'm excited. I mean, I'm really excited for it.
I'm pretty excited too. I mean, Alex, did you play Halo 4's campaign?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was pretty good, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what can you say other than that? I mean, Seamus, do you have anything to say about Halo 5 Guardians?
Not at all. No.
Plan on playing it?
Probably. I mean, I like the beginning of the series, like 1 through 3.
I think
know
most
about-
people do. I think
don't-
most people
Yeah,
do.
so I kind of want to stick with it just because of that, but
What?
I'm usually somewhat
So you
disappointed.
didn't like Reach?
Not really, no.
I mean, that had a
No.
pretty intense campaign.
Didn't like it very much.
I mean, they fit an entire, amazing climactic part of their franchise into one video game.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting it to be, a little bit better, but
I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, imagine like fitting all the Lord of the Rings into a video game. It's pretty much what they did.
with Lego.
Lego
What?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
How long was the campaign?
I don't know. You played it, didn't you?
30 hours?
I don't remember. It wasn't that long.
It wasn't super long, but they.
I don't remember. They cut out a lot of the
must've-
walking,
yeah,
which
I
is
would-
most of the movie. Or movies, so, I mean, you cut out most of the walking, you're probably left with about 18 minutes of footage. So,
That does sound about right.
yeah.
Going for 12 hours to 18 minutes.
Yeah. You cut that down pretty severe.
Pretty good. So yeah, that's Halo 5 Guardians. I mean, we have the inside scoop on this. So
Inside scoop.
If you do see IGN writing about this and they say, what I said, you know where they got it. I mean, obviously. Anyone else have anything to say about Halo 5 Guardians?
Nope.
I think you summed it up really well.
Yeah.
I think we might see some of it at E3.
We might.
Yeah, a little bit
I'd
of it.
say we would. They usually announce it, about a few weeks before E3. So
They said when it's coming out, is it next year, 2016? This year? What? Have they said anything
I think
about
at
it?
November this year. is when
Really?
It's coming out. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
They're doing the yearly, bi-yearly releases now.
all right. Well,
Like every other game.
I hope they come out with a Halo Wars 2.
That would be amazing.
That would be pretty
I
good.
kind of want to play that.
I want to play that now.
E3. It'll be there.
E3?
It'll be at E3 though.
I hope there's a
not at
playable
E3.
demo
So
for that.
anyway,
For the first level.
this is probably something Mr. Alexander can touch on.
Oh. Huh. Well, I mean, that's a lot of these, but I mean.
Yeah, it's most of those, I
He
think.
wrote the list,
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
even though he had no idea about the Batman ears. Battle Block.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Battle Block.
what's going on with that?
Battle Block Theater is now available on Steam.
Wow.
There you can purchase Battle Block Theater and see exclusive content that was not originally in the Xbox 360 arcade version.
They have controller support for it. I assume?
Absolutely, yeah, of course they did.
I was making sure. I couldn't remember
probably.
Castle Crash.
I mean,
did, but-
there's also a bundle for it for Castle Crashers and Battle Block. But I wanted to say that there's a, I don't know, you could probably touch up on it since you're the one that knows more about it.
I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
hidden treasure within the context of the game.
You know what he's talking about? Was he?
I have no idea.
figure out what in the world. I mean, he seems to think you know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
He knows
What is
he's
it?
talking about.
What is it?
Alex?
Are you being serious?
What is it?
You You showed it to me the other day, and you recorded it.
He doesn't know.
You don't know?
What?
He doesn't know at all.
What?
He doesn't know what's happening.
What is
Fill him in. Fill him in on it, I guess.
What was it?
Are you being serious?
Oh, I know it. I know what you were talking about. Wait. You're tricky. So
You trying to trick him?
No.
basically,
Not
what
at
he's
all.
talking about is that they've actually added the fat cats to the game. They weren't originally in the game, and the inside scoop was that they originally wanted those fat cats to be in the game entirely, but they couldn't put them in there, so they put them in there for this one. That's what it was, right?
Are they playable characters now, or like what are
when
they?
you fight them, they're enemies now.
Oh, okay.
They replace all the default cats, and that's. I mean, they gave us a little inside scoop with that. That's pretty cool, right? Is that it? That's what
Is
you're
that it?
talking about, right?
Is that what he's talking about? Is that what you're talking about?
That's what you wanted me to talk
Was it the cats?
But it wasn't about the cats.
It wasn't about
Not the cats.
It wasn't about
Try
the
again.
Not about the cats.
Try again.
Was the Castle Crashers like a lock? You
No,
already
it was-
mentioned
no
that.
bad block.
Turquoise being in the game. Turquoise.
Turquoise. Is
They
still on
removed the
game.
frog. Is that what they did?
Actually, they said that they can't physically put turquoise in the game.
That
Yeah,
OP frog? They take that out.
That OP frog.
Hopi Frog's still in the game.
All right.
It's a major mechanic in the game.
Yeah.
Silly. I mean, you're talking about the end of the video. The video.
Yes.
The video where they showed the price and how it was going to be severely cut in half.
No,
that you can
it's
get
not.
it now on
That's
Steam.
not what I'm talking
And you
about
can get
either.
it for a lot cheaper.
So there's a price
than
drop
what you
on
can-
it.
Yeah, there's a price
Price
drop.
drop. Is that what you're talking about?
It's not.
Like it's
Price
on
drop?
sale now for the first like week.
Really
or so,
not
I
what I
think.
was
That's
talking
what it is.
about.
Okay. He says it's not the price drop.
I mean, I feel like this is being stretched so long that the original thing that I wanted you to talk about is not going to be anywhere near as significant after of.
What is it? You're building this up. And I don't know
Yeah,
why
you
you're
put it on a
building
platform.
up. You're
What is
building What are you building
Just say
up to?
This thing is turned into a
I was
deity
going to
because
say
of
that the
you.
developers put in one of our.
Oh, the clip of us playing. They put a clip of us playing at the end of the title screen. It's about 6 minutes in or so, and it's an actual clip of us playing the game
In the trailer?
in the title screen. If you watch the title screen long enough, there's gameplay that plays over the title screen. If you watch it long enough, there's a little Easter egg, and it's our gameplay that plays at the end of it. That's what you were talking about, right?
It's actually pretty funny because like most of the time, like the original one, like the purpose of that kind of in the background video is to so you can be like, oh, there's cool ways to do some things like platforming. You can use different weapons to get to different areas. So people would use like a frisbee and try to jump on it, or use the frog and jump on the frog and get around. And then like when our clips comes, it's just like this clip where James pretty much wrecks me and I fail at this part over and over and over again. So it goes from like people doing like MLG pro strats, like running up the course, to like me like failing and dying over and over for like a minute straight. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Pretty good ad right
Yeah.
there.
Why'd you build up
Good
to
addition.
that? How'd you
I
build
would
up
try to build up to that. I was just trying to.
You built up so hard to that.
I was trying to get you to talk about it because you're the one that brought it to show me in the first place. So I
Yeah.
thought I would. You know.
I thought it was pretty cool. But like you built up for that, and you
I
did
guess
that. I mean,
I guess I built up to it, huh?
Okay, so anyway.
that was good. They have workshop support on it. So I'm
Oh,
hoping,
really? So they have maps and stuff? you
Yeah,
can
I'm
build?
hoping that
Could you build
Workshop-
stuff on Xbox too?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like workshop, I'm sure is probably going to be like a lot more filled in terms of like levels and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that they really go above and beyond with that, and hopefully they can get back into that if they do go, and make some cool stuff in the workshop. Yes. Next. But yes, go pick it up if you haven't already. It's a very, very, very good game. It was probably, it was 2013, right? We kind of carried it over into 2014 a little bit, but
Yep, 2013.
I'd say it was probably one of the best series of 2013. Like one of the best games that was suited for the channel. It's pretty fun. I can't believe you built up all that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's crazy.
Anyway, next section, Division.
Huh.
Coming out this year, right?
Tell him Clancy the Division.
I can't
Announced
wait.
for
Coming
this
out on
year.
time.
I saw it last year at E3, and I was like, I can't wait to play this game. For 2014.
Well,
I pre-ordered it, guaranteed to get it this year, right?
yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's been delayed
Oh.
to 2015.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh, did they say when in 2015 or
It's not written on here.
just 2015?
Did they say when?
No.
Yeah, they didn't
Okay.
say when.
All
So
right.
it's in
They
2015.
said more
Wow.
information at E3 about like why.
All right.
Well, that I mean,
That's Ubisoft as well, right?
yeah.
It's Tom Clancy game, I think. Yeah.
Yep, Tom Clancy's
So Watch Dogs 2 treatment then. This is basically going to be Watch Dogs 2. It's got delayed. We don't know when
Yeah.
the hell it's coming out then.
Yeah.
You got to take this as like one of life's great mysteries.
That'll never be solved.
Being delayed is not something that you can foresee.
Right.
It is not something that you can prevent.
Right.
It is only something that you can prepare for. And that's the way I live my life. In terms of delaying or being delayed, I fully prepare myself for what could come if a delay should happen.
Somebody wants us to turn up all of our audio. And my question is, can this person turn up their own audio? Maybe turn up
Yeah.
their phones.
Are they on
Is that-
maxed out like audio right now or
I mean,
Anyone
this
else having sound problems?
they turn up.
This is the first time this has been brought up. Yeah.
Look at that person respond.
Huh.
Wait, what they
Sorry,
say?
it's just I really want to handle these audio issues that we have in this stream, and if somebody says all our audio is low, I really want to take
It's
care of that right
understandable.
away.
I
I
mean,
mean, anyway, the division's delayed, so I mean.
Well, I wouldn't want to have to turn on my own audio.
you know,
honestly.
just that sentence like really makes me like.
I mean, so
Something on
to
the
add to
inside.
that, speaking of
if you
Watch
just take
Dogs,
that, if you take that, just take my philosophy about being delayed and just take that and apply it to your life, it will not affect you as much.
you'll never be disappointed
You'll
again.
never be disappointed again. I mean, when school gets delayed, you're happy, right? Like, why couldn't this be a thing? You know,
What if
why
you get
doesn't it
happy
apply
when
here?
division's delayed?
Yeah.
the thing is, like, I don't look forward to school. I look forward to the division.
Maybe you should put yourself in a separate mindset where you don't look forward to anything.
What about a mother whose labor was suddenly, delayed by, a few weeks or something like that?
I don't think they'd be looking forward to that though. I feel like a mother would want
You
to
never
have
know. I mean, you never know. At the
It's
end
like,
of the day,
I was looking forward to carrying around this,
how
10-pound bag of
person-
meat in my stomach for another couple of
one
months.
person
Oh.
could perceive this as something completely different. Like, you all come out of the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody sees the same world. Everyone lives under the same sun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Don't take it for granted.
Exactly. So, but like I was saying, speaking of Watch Dogs, how this is Watch Dogs 2, Watch Dogs is no longer going to be 1080p 60 FPS like they said.
Wow.
It has been.
So it's
given-
going to be close to 1080p though, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Very close.
Well,
It's gonna be higher.
Oh, it's going to be higher?
I hope so.
Well, now it's going to be 900p.
Is that
on
higher?
the PS4, 30 FPS, and
That's
then
sounds-
wait,
sounds
there-
about
how many
790p 30 FPS on the Xbox
how
One.
many FPS?
30.
So it's not 60.
These aren't higher numbers than
Oh, I thought
Before.
it was gonna be because of.
I mean, guys, you have to remember. I mean, Seamus told me this the other day. The human eye cannot see past 30 frames.
Here's
so
the
what's
thing,
the
though.
point?
Doesn't
of
even make
30
sense.
extra
here's the thing
frames?
that I don't get. Right.
Huh?
I looked on the PlayStation website last week. The Creature Talk.
yeah.
It said Watch Dogs 1080p 60 FPS. I come out this week.
Someone say Sony.
Yes,
Sony
yes,
said
yes. Sony said this on the
It
PlayStation
says
website.
900 though, right there.
Ubisoft comes out and says it's it's gonna be 900p and like 30 FPS. What? Where is that establishment where like Sony's like, yeah, 1080p 60, and then Ubisoft is like, actually,
I guess
About
they missed.
Hold on,
missed
Sony.
a
Wait a
press
minute.
conference. Missed a little meeting, backroom meeting kind of.
missed a meeting where 30 of their frames went missing.
and a bunch of P.
Can we
somewhere
find
in-
them
and
And a
somewhere?
whole bunch of P.
Can we make a search party for the missing 30 FPS so we
The
can?
missing P and the missing
Dan's
FPS
face
are out
says the
somewhere.
human eye doesn't see more than 30 FPS.
That's what Seamus
You can't tell the difference
You know, the
between
thing
30
is,
and
see the
60.
difference
You know,
between
there's
30
no
and
difference
Me
at
and
all.
Seamus both play Dark Souls 2, right? You
yeah.
played it in the console and you played the PC.
Oh, hey Dan. Yeah, I eventually played it on the PC.
I played it on the
both.
console. I played it on the PC.
There was
I
no
couldn't
difference
tell
at
the
all.
difference.
No, it was exactly
I couldn't
the same.
tell the difference. 60 F.
It was exactly the
Could
same.
you tell a difference?
No, it
Like
looked
going
going
FPS?
through.
It looks just like the PS3 version.
I don't know if you want to believe this, but if you go through Blighttown,
My grass is all there. I'm sorry. Continue.
if you go through Blighttown, and then you go into
Let's say Anne Orlando.
that place, that's all. Like Blighttown's only about 15 FPS, and the other one is about.
I still
30.
couldn't even tell. There was a
You
little
can't tell
little
the difference
bit.
between 15 and 30. You
There's a
will
little
not be
bit of
able
a
to tell the
hiccup.
difference
I have
between
to use
30
the
and 60.
restroom after because this is just.
He's very upset.
Just gets them going right
He's
there.
very
So,
upset.
I mean,
Now,
it's
somebody also mentioned in chat that the 900 will be upscaled to 1080.
So that's it's basically
technically-
1080p then. Right?
Technically, they were right.
It's the same thing,
you
isn't
know?
it?
I mean, I can take 360 and upscale it to 1080.
Isn't that
and
the
that's
same thing, though?
1080. That's the same thing. I can run it at 24 FPS, and no one can tell a difference because the human eye can only perceive in 24 FPS.
I
Anything
heard
more
you
than
can
that,
only perceive 20.
anything more than that's like infrared. You can't. The human eye
Can't
cannot
detect
detect
that.
it.
Yeah,
so
it's just people just need to learn that. It's not really a big thing. I mean, whatever, man.
So,
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Other than that, I bought Watch Dogs for the PC. So
I mean, yeah. Speaking of Ubisoft, in general, you didn't list it on here, but they also announced Far Cry 4.
oh, I did not list it on there. Right.
Didn't list that on there.
That was a pretty big reveal.
Yeah.
That was all over Twitter.
So Far Cry 4 is coming out. Pretty excited. Mm-hmm. I've always been a big fan of Far Cry.
Well, see, the thing is, they did very well with Far Cry 3. It looked like they sold a lot of
A lot of
units.
hype around that too.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, I was kind of sad because it went more mainstream than the original Far Cry 2. I don't think I played the first one, but Far Cry 2 was a huge fan of. And then Far
You ever
Cry 3
played the
came
first
out.
one?
No.
I did.
Yeah, how was that?
Pretty sure I recorded it like a long time ago.
I heard some decent things about it. I don't know if it was like if I. Is it like?
I think it was
dated?
bad. Well, it's dated by
Graphics-wise?
it's dated by today's standards. Yeah, but like still thought it was fun.
Yeah.
So like I said though, Far Cry 2 really loved it, and then Far Cry 3 came out. Still fun, but is kind of
Not as expansive.
not as cool, I'd say. I mean, there's some cool things in it, like the bow was pretty awesome, but the fact that it was more so turned into more of a mainstream game, I'd say, a casualized mainstream version of it. Because
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like super
I mean, it had
crazy.
It had
but
the whole like collection gathering and crafting system in it.
yeah, that was pretty
I
cool.
mean, that's usually like, you know, I could invest some time into that. I don't know. I only saw like pictures of the cover of Far Cry 4.
Yeah, that's all they
possible
released.
cover. And I
That's
thought
all
that
they
was a
released.
little bit interesting. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but it looks
I mean,
cool.
like Himalayas could be cool because it's like gonna be mountainous terrain and stuff, and
Yeah.
maybe jungles at one point. And it's pretty cool stuff. And then they're gonna have yet another crazy overlord, like self-proclaimed leader of wherever they are, that he's gonna be going up against. So
Boss.
yeah,
Voss's brother Moss. I am the Moss.
And then
Moss.
at Far Cry 5 with Ross, their other brother. I
Yeah,
mean, you
yeah.
could just endless possibilities.
brothers everywhere. Brothers in every portion of the like.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, I mean, crazy villains.
So I missed out on the Batman thing.
Oh,
Was there
jeez.
anybody actually defending it, or did you guys all just shit on it?
I didn't really
No,
shit
we
on it.
loved
it.
We
Alex
all loved
Did
it.
that? Wait. Are you being sarcastic here?
Yeah.
Okay.
We all kind of just talked it up as being amazing.
I just like the big
I'm-
bat symbol.
I'm pretty
It's kinda-
excited about it.
It's kind of
yeah.
comical to me.
It's very Frank.
It reminds me of Chunky Batman, the statue I have.
No, that's-
Chunky Batman being shit out
like
joke.
Dark Knight Returns, which
Yeah.
is your chunky Batman. That's pretty much what they're going for in the movie. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I knew that. I just find it
So.
funny because it's like so big.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming you talked about the big cartoon of the fat.
Yeah,
bat.
I did mention
All
that.
right.
I actually have to get going here. I do want to play something really quick
You
before
have to
I
get
leave.
going.
Yes.
where
I
are
was
you
stepping
going?
out at 6:15.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not here permanently, so I'm gonna be leaving back at 10.
Oh, good.
I thought we were doing. that.
I challenged Daniel James. I challenged
Daniel
him
James, hey.
to make a creature like music riff thing that we can play. And he sent it to me. I just gotta find it. For him, so
Oh.
keep talking.
Okay. Jordan had to leave.
I guess.
he
Yeah,
had to leave?
He had to leave.
We also have the newest episode of The Little Guys ready to premiere here on the stream, just like we did last time. I mean, we're not gonna play it, but we're gonna make it live, and you guys can all go and be like, I saw it first, and likes, and I'm sure Jordan will threaten you to like it or something like that, as usually he does. Darren Sure Tune. I'm working heavily right now on the Godzilla movie night. The special effects in it, I mean, I think are akin to the movie. I'm adding motion blur, and we did some green screen. I have Alex. I mean, you can't even tell. It's pretty seamless.
Yeah.
You green screened onto Godzilla's shoulder. And
Yeah.
like the movement, I added motion blur. It looks amazing, I have
Yeah.
to say. And by the way, your performance in that, as you know, it was a continuation or something like that of Pacific Rim we teased about. you
Right.
know. So I think your character returning is one of my favorite parts of a movie night ever that we've done.
Yeah, definitely. It's you know, I kind of feel like I'm a method actor sometimes, and
Yeah.
this part was definitely challenging.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like challenging acting parts, and so when you pitched this idea to me for this particular movie night trip, I was all for it.
Yeah.
And obviously, whatever magic that we made in that green
gonna be
screen
amazing.
room, I can't wait to see that, you know, captured and brought to the big picture. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this movie night will turn out.
Yes, sir. I hope you guys are all excited. That should be going up tomorrow. I might have to be here until midnight. No, but to finish it, hopefully not. Oh, for the love of God, hopefully not. What are you doing there, Jordan?
Typing out the URL because I can't.
Man, you're typing out the URL. Well, should I make Little Guys go live during this then?
Might as well.
Might as well, Jordan says.
Which episode is this now?
So this is the finale of The Little Guys.
Mm.
So if you guys have been watching The Little Guys, this is the one to watch. This is the finale of the miniseries. Okay, Jordan's going to play that.
All right, so never mind. We're actually gonna.
Okay, he's not ready.
All right, so he's
Anyway,
not ready. So this
So-
is the finale. Which episode though?
This is the third episode.
Third episode, and
Third
it's the
episode.
finale already.
It's a miniseries.
Will we ever see it again?
Who knows? Who knows? We don't.
So
We don't know if we'll ever see it again. I'm sure we might do one or two down the line, and maybe even a series after we get Trapville all done and everything. So, who knows? But let's, what are we doing, Jordan? Am I making that live, or are you playing that?
Make it live.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make it live and then put it in the chat. I'm gonna spam it in the chat.
how do you feel about all this, Seamus?
About what?
I don't know. How do you
Him fumbling around with
how
some
have-
song or
how
Little
have
Guys
you been
being
lately? I haven't really talked to you about how you've been feeling.
tired?
You're tired?
Fucking
I'm
tired.
pretty tired too. You know what I did? I
Took a
actually
nap? Did you go to sleep?
No, see, I yesterday I got back home. We actually had a Make-A-Wish yesterday, so
Yeah,
I don't
we
know
did.
how many people saw that on Tumblr or on Twitter, but we had a Make-A-Wish, and it was a nice girl, and we had a lot of fun, and I think she enjoyed it.
I hope so.
I think she enjoyed it as much as somebody can enjoy the company of a bunch of 20-year-old dudes who are retarded and do stupid stuff on the internet.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty fun.
yeah, I went back home, and I was pretty tired, so I decided to take a nap around 7.
Yeah.
And I woke up several hours later, and I thought I had woken up at 10, right?
10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Okay.
Right. I ended up waking up at 12. Right.
12 a.m.
12 a.m. Yes.
Okay, so 2 hours later than what you thought.
So, yeah, 2 hours later. So I get about 5 hours of sleep, right? So this is creature stuff.
No, it's creature stuff.
In a world.
And it's done.
So what'd you say for him to do?
I was just like, Daniel, can you go through really quick and just do like a riff, like something really Hans Zimmer like.
Yeah.
And like 10 minutes later, he gave me that.
You kidding me? He tells me he has no time all the time.
Daniel
James.
Thank you, Daniel.
What a liar.
Daniel James here. Well, anyway, the Little Guys episode 3 is live. I will give you your seat back, sir. It's live. Go like it and all that jazz. I guess Jordan's leaving.
Jordan's leaving.
A million likes or Jordan
We're
stays.
leaving.
Is
Yeah.
everybody leaving? Is this over?
We're leaving.
Is this over? What's happening? What just happened? Am I ending this? I just came in to make.
Well, it's
I-
almost over anyway.
What's happening right now? I came in and it all fell apart.
I don't know.
So The Walking
anyway.
Dead in harm's way.
Well, see, I really want to talk
happening
about
here?
how
Did you play it?
I haven't
You
touched
have
season.
not
I haven't
played.
touched season 2.
I don't think you've played any of them, have you?
No.
Can I
Okay,
go
so
back
you're
to
done.
editing? I didn't know Jordan was leaving.
Yeah, he's
go
gone.
for it.
All right, you guys good?
I
guys
suppose
good?
so.
Go watch episode.
We'll hammer out these last ones
Yeah.
and then.
Jordan was just like, I have to go.
Yeah, he left.
This isn't even a time for him to go either. He said 6:30. It's 6:19.
I thought he said 6:15.
6:15.
Did he say
I think
6:15?
it was
Yeah.
6:15.
Well,
So he's
what
leaving a little
scumbag.
later.
He's just come back anyway.
Okay, so we got Walking Dead in Harm's Way. Now you've played it.
Yes.
I've played it.
Yes.
He has not played.
He has not played any of the
them.
Walking Dead.
Any of them. What did you think of it?
Huh. I don't know. That was an odd one. Felt a bit short. It was only an hour 30.
That's
I feel
about
like
average,
a-
I think, though.
I feel like a lot of them have been getting like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like now.
Those were about an hour
Usually
30.
they're like 2, I would say.
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes
usually
they got
2
up to
hours.
about 2 or so.
And then like Wolf Among Us, the past few of them have been like an hour and a half, and now it's like these are starting to be like an hour
yes.
and a half.
Wolf Among Us. I played that one.
Oh, you played that
play
one.
that
That
one.
is not on the
something
list.
that's
So
something
you-
I can relate to, though.
You kind of know the timetable, though.
yeah,
guess
I
you
can
could
pretty
say.
much know what you guys are talking about.
Yes.
It's like Wolf Among Us, but with zombies, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. So same.
exactly.
So an
exactly
hour
the
and a
same.
half. I guess can't really be spoilery, but like there's a new character in there.
Is it the guy I'm thinking of?
Yes.
Okay.
Reggie,
He's pretty great.
voiced by a stand-up comedian, whom I just could not.
Do you know his
stand
name?
character.
Do we know who is it?
No, I don't know
Okay.
his fucking name.
I don't know
It's
who it is
like,
either.
I don't even know. I don't know what it is. I think it starts with an L or something like that, I believe. But I don't know. He just felt really out of place throughout the entire episode, and he was just like a really awkward dude. Just for like, it didn't even seem like there was much reasoning behind like why is this dude awkward? Like you literally are introduced to him, and he's just like an awkward guy. Like,
What if there's some premise behind that?
there,
DLC surrounding him. Please.
yeah, they're really.
I hope so.
I mean, like. I don't see why there would be. There was a little bit of backstory with
Well,
him. As to
how
what
far in advance do
happened.
they make these episodes, though? Like,
I don't know.
probably
don't
pretty far in
think. I
advance. I
don't-
mean, they
Can't
can't
be
really
too
go
long.
back and be like,
know.
change his development or something, right?
Yeah, I don't think they can like go and redo the character.
I don't know. I mean, he just it wasn't like he was like. I mean, I felt like in terms of voice acting, he was just not on par for that job. Like it seems like everybody like he was just like he talked like he was scared or drunk all the time, where he was just like, I just want to get out.
He always
of
seemed
here."
worried.
Yeah, and
But
it
he was supposed to be
just
kind of like a worried character.
Yeah, I understand why he was worried, and like he explains as to why he was worried, and what that he wants to get out, and blah 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 blah. But like, it doesn't
There's
like.
his name up there too.
Yes,
Yeah, people are
yes,
telling us his
but
name.
it just doesn't save him from being like an awkward motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, he was pretty awkward.
and there's like no reason like for him like he pats you on the head and he fucking like he even
Yeah.
acknowledges that it was awkward, and it's just like it's one of those cases where you remember like GTA or whatever, where GTA would not pay you for a few missions and then they would poke fun at it. It's like you made something that wasn't fun, or just wasn't you made something that was what the fuck.
So they made him like overly awkward and then poked fun at
and then
the
poked
fact
fun
that
at
he
the-
was
at-
overly
that,
awkward.
that he was awkward. It's like they acknowledge the fact that they did it. They know they did it, but it's like it doesn't make it any better that they did it that way. It doesn't make it better that you acknowledge that he's awkward. So like I did not like him. Like I just felt like he was so out of place in that entire storyline. Even when they had a bunch of characters from like the DLC, the 400 Days DLC in there, and like he just did not fit this entire I just like why was he there? Like
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
I don't know. It's weird though because it's not like he said anything written. Like the written lines weren't, other than that part, awkward wise. But it wasn't the written, it wasn't what was written for him that was awkward. It was just like the way he delivered the lines. Because I feel like if it was somebody else that was in that spot, it would have been different. Like if you would have got fucking what's his face, like Hellboy, got him doing some shit. Because fucking the main like bad dude is Michael Madsen, I think his name is, from fucking Reservoir Dogs. You know what I'm talking about? No.
I liked his voice acting though.
Yeah.
I thought he was pretty good.
But he's I think like Mr. Blonde or I don't even know. What
I only have seen that movie. Not a huge movie person.
Well, it's Quentin movie.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't know. I really like the movie.
He had like a really good voice though. It
Yeah,
fit the character.
He fit. I remember seeing some behind the scenes stuff with him doing it, and I was like, wow, he's a pretty good bad guy. But like this character just did not. I don't know. Didn't work for me. And then you have like the child, the Sarah chick, who is just turning into another.
I hate her.
You know,
Reggie was okay because he was overshadowed by Sarah. I hate Sarah. I don't like Sarah. I hope one day she dies.
Yeah.
But I just don't like her character at all. And I think she's meant to be like they always had like it was Duck in the first, like Duck and Ben were the characters in the first season that like it was really mixed whether you liked them or not. I hated like Ben kind of won me back towards the end, but Duck never won me back. Sarah, she's not winning
There's
me
some
back at all.
characters like that, though.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I mean, I don't know if they do that intentionally or not. They probably do. Because you have to have a mix. You have to have some characters that you like. You have to have some characters that you just can't stand. And I feel like they probably pick and choose with that. You know? Like, they probably just, like... That's the thing. Like, people get fucking mad and they're like, why do you hate this person? But it's like... These options are there. Like, Telltale's not fucking stupid. They put these options there, and if we're the goddamn, like, fucking devil for picking these choices that make us out to be oh so evil, then Telltale must be supreme overlord of evil for putting it in the game in the first place.
Well, you know there's
because,
jerks like us that'll pick it.
They're literally just like the puppeteers, you know. They're fucking, like, people, and they're like, you know, oh... Well, why make me fucking have this choice that I can, you know, kill somebody or something like that? Like, that's all Telltale. They do that shit. But, like... And so people can sit there and fucking argue and be like, oh, this person, like, I loved Ben, though. Like, okay, well,
he won
you
me back
loved
at the
Ben.
end.
Fucking Seamus hated Ben. So, like, or, you know, something like
he
that.
won me back towards the end. I started to like...
Yeah.
I really hated him.
It's different per person, you know? Like,
I flip-flopped on Ben a little bit. Duck, I'd never really flip-flopped on him. I hated Duck.
Like, and I didn't really like Kenny at first in the first
I didn't like
season.
Kenny a whole
By
lot,
now,
either.
like, Kenny's my fucking, like, butt buddy. Like, I don't get off of Kenny at all. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's the way they've set it up. And
They know how to,
all
like...
Telltale. They do that shit.
Yeah, they know how to, like, poke at people and get them to go one way with characters, or they know how to, like, split people on a certain character. Some people will, like I saw people in the chat saying, like, oh, I like Sarah. Sarah's, you know, it's not her fault. And I hate Sarah. Like... Fuck Sarah. I don't like her at all. They know how to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's not really much excuse for Sarah. Like, if person A, B, C, and fucking D tell her to grow the fuck up, and she's still, like, not realizing the case that she's in, and she does not grow the fuck up, and she doesn't grow a pair, she's just gonna be fucking liability. Like, it's gonna be like Ben fucking, you know, doing all this retarded shit, you know?
It was like, Ben and Duck were like the liabilities in the first season. Now she's kind of the liability in this one.
Alex only looks cranky because he doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, he hasn't played any of this, so he doesn't really know what's going on.
I'm merely intaking the story and digesting it for what it is. Because, again, I kind of know some of the characters that you guys are talking about, so I'm just trying to imagine them in a world where they're hated and things like that. So
there was an instance in this episode where, like, people were saying Kenny is, like, stupid with the way he kind of comes about his plans.
Yeah, I started getting kind of...
Yeah, but I would never go fully against Kenny because I know what he's trying to do, but I would instead, like, there's an instance where, like, you could add to his plan. You can take his plan and you can alter it. So it's like, you know, why not do that? Why not do, like, both plans or something like that instead of completely... If you shit on Kenny, then it's going to be like, Kenny will remember that.
Yeah,
so, like,
Kenny's going to remember this.
You might as well, like, because you know that Kenny's probably in the right place now, and after so long with him being around Clementine, like, he's not going to, like... I would hope that he wouldn't stab you in the back at this point. So it's just, like, you got to steer him kind of in the right direction, I guess, in terms of Kenny, but, like I can't, like... blindly follow Kenny, but I also can't, like, shut him down either. I feel like I always have to, like, listen to him.
You feel like some loyalty to him, so you can't quite
There's a point where you can throw Kenny under the bus, too, when you're talking to Carver in that episode, and I did not do that.
I think I tried to. I think I tried to throw him one of those. I can't remember, but I think I tried to throw him under the bus.
There's an option where you can throw Kenny under the bus, and, like, I don't know what would happen through that, but you could throw him under the bus, much like I did to Reggie, but I didn't do it. I chose not to do it. Reggie, in an instant, fucking introduced this character, and 5 minutes in, he's fucking tapping my head and saying backward, you're thrown under the bus the first fucking chance I get. That's not the way you come into my scene.
The only reason I didn't do that was because I had the option to throw Sarah under the bus.
Yeah.
And my dislike for Sarah way outweighed anything for Reggie. So I
I'm
tried
assuming,
to...
like, with the first choice, you kept to yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, I'm
did the
not.
same.
There's no way.
I did the
was
same.
like-
We were definitely in the minority there because that was like
Oh, yeah?
20. That was like 20%. I think that did that. There wasn't really that.
There
many
was
people
no
that
way
helped.
I was. No, I was like, forget it. I'm not. I'm staying over here. Not getting involved. But I thought it was pretty good. It started off kind of slow, but then it like ramped up. It's what they do with a lot of their episodes, though. Starts off kind of slow, and then all of a sudden, towards the end, it's just like where a lot of stuff starts to happen. And
Yeah, it
Certainly
ramps
how a
up.
lot of their games
yeah,
usually go while they're yeah.
It's just it was weird because of how the last episode ended. The last episode ended with like a big cluster,
thing.
and then with this one, it was just kind of like super calm for like the first like 20, 30 minutes, and it was like, well, shit, you ended on such a crazy note, like because now it ended on a crazy note again. So we'll probably start the next episode, and it's gonna be relatively
Calm a
tame
little
again.
bit.
yeah, until it ramps up again. But that just seems to be the pattern that they're going with those. But I still think it was good. Second episode was still better. I think season 2, episode 2 was still better. All the feels that you get, you can't.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't know if they would be able to top that one, Rand. Like, well, you never know. You never
Yeah,
know.
it'd be way too hard. But yeah, that one was really good. I thought this one was pretty good too, though. I didn't really have any complaints. It ended pretty well, and we'll see what happens over the next episode or two. And since you
Yes.
don't know what we're talking about, then
We'll see what happens.
can't really weigh in. And we only got one more topic left, and that kind of ties into what we just talked about. What did you play this week? I pretty much only played that. Did you play anything new?
For the most part, just that. I mean,
Most of my time focused on playing something was pretty much that.
So week,
Yeah.
really?
I played a little bit of Deadly Premonition, but
that was on Tuesday, and there wasn't
Yeah.
really. I mean, we've been in here a lot, so there wasn't really.
Yeah,
much
that's true.
else.
This kind of takes up a lot of time.
So there wasn't really much else to do playing wise, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
have you played anything this week new?
I actually played Dread Out.
Never heard of it.
It's
That's
well,
that horror game.
it's a horror game, but
Huh.
it kind of came out last year. Like people were able to buy it, and some people got like early access. But
So it's early access.
it
Is it a Steam
officially
game?
came out on. Let's see, I think 2 days ago is when it officially came out.
So like Thursday?
Yeah, so I nabbed it up on Steam because it. I don't know if you ever played Fatal Frame. It's like
I've
this-
seen footage of it, so I know kind of like
right.
what it's about.
It's like a contextual like Japanese like game where like you have a camera or whatever. That's Fatal Frame, but this game's by like an Indonesian indie development company that uses the same kind of like basis for it.
You taking pictures of like ghosts? or-
Yeah, so you kind of like you're a chick and like you're in a ghost like town and you're in a ghost school and you kind of walk around and it could be pretty. It's like because Amnesia was kind of freaky because you kind of run around and you don't have anything to defend yourself with, and when games do that, it's like really. I feel like it's a real big cop out to get you scared because it's like oh shit, like I don't have a weapon.
But you have
like,
to you have to run and hide
Right.
for unless
So-
there's some sort of like environmental thing you can do.
I
But
mean, I can give you an example. Like one of the first things I see is like you're walking down the hallway and you just hear like this crying. You're like, what the
a
fuck
little
is
creepy.
that? Right? You look around, there's nothing. So you take out your camera, and like as soon as you take out your camera, you see a ghost like down the hallway. And so like, if you don't point your camera and take pictures of the ghost, then the ghost will just like come out at you if you get close enough.
that sounds
So
like
you have to
pretty
defeat
much
the
like-
ghost by taking pictures of it.
It sounds exactly like Fatal Frame then for
Yeah.
the most part.
Yeah. So I guess the only difference is that like I don't know, graphics are a little bit better, but like Fatal Frame had really old graphics, and these graphics aren't really that
It's a
much
bit older
better.
of a game though, isn't it? Fatal Frame.
Yeah.
I don't even know when that came
Yeah,
out.
it was-
It was a while ago though.
Right.
Did you like it? Did you like the game?
I'm playing it for a couple hours, and I don't know. It's like I don't know how much I like horror games. Like
Yeah, I don't know either. Like early on when I was playing video, like probably when I was like 10 or so, I played a lot of Resident Evil, and that's kind of
Yeah.
like I really like those games. That's kind of like what I expect them to be,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not like that anymore. So that whenever I play something, it's either like the new Resident Evil where it's super action packed and not scary, or it's like you can't defend yourself. So it's like I'm kind of stuck in a time period where like these games just aren't really coming out as far as I know.
Right.
So I don't really know of any games that are like Resident Evil 2 that
Resident
would be
Evil
coming
2,
out now.
like,
Where it's like survival
third per-
horror, something
I mean,
like
Silent
that.
Hill still kind of like keeps up with that theme. It's just like Silent Hill can be kind of annoying in terms of exploration and all
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
I always had a really
play-
hard time playing Silent Hill.
Yeah.
I was never like I sucked so much ass at that game. I'm
Yeah,
terrible at
It's
them.
really hard to just kind of like keep going with Silent Hill sometimes because it does get kind of like you're in a new area, find this, and then it makes you backtrack, and then those spooky ghosts or whatever.
Yeah, I like playing the first couple of ones, like 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
I still sucked at them, but I thought they were really
I
good.
think by far 2 was probably the best one, just because it set the best. Like,
was 2 the
feel
one
to
with the
it.
guy and his wife?
I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember what his name is.
It's one for PlayStation 2, and it's like most of it takes place like in the fog. Like the town is like, it's
I
like
think
top
2
down for some parts. Like I'm trying to remember exact premise, but
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it's with the guy, and
it's
he's trying to find his wife or some sort of closure with his wife. I think it was that one.
Yeah, that one was really good. I don't know. This game is. I mean, you ever make you tell me that like it's gonna be super spooky, so you're gonna get really scared. And I seen like a screen cap, and I can see exactly what they're talking about. Cause like it's just the fact that like it's the jump scares that you have to deal with. Cause like, I mean, I'm trying to think of I don't know, Outlast. Outlast is kind of like that, where you have a camera, but you can at least like kind of like bolt the hell out of places where you just like sprint out of there.
I have that in the
You know?
DLC. I just never really played much of it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I heard
the
it was good.
whistleblower. Yeah. And then there's I don't know, Dying Light. But somebody mentioned Dying Light, but that's not really a horror game. That's more like a, Dead Rising type of setting. So I don't know. I'm gonna see how it turns out. I'm usually a pretty big babby when it comes to games like that. I kind of get like I know I watch Spoon play games. Like Spoon does a lot of the horror games, and like I watched him play Amnesia, and there's this part at the very beginning where there's like a thing that's walking down the hallway, and it's supposed to be really creepy, and you're supposed to like freak out kind of and just be like, "Oh, I'm not going down there." I seen Spoon play it, and right away he sees it and just runs up to it and starts hitting it with like his like.
Yeah, that's pretty much
flashlight.
like what I would do.
All right.
Like it just doesn't stuff like that just doesn't scare me that much. I've always
It
said like
depends on how it's done because like I mean for Amnesia like that was like I remember playing the demo for Amnesia and I remember one of the monsters like walking past and I remember at first glance I didn't get scared. I just laughed because they were like naked and like weird looking. Like I was like what the fuck, like I guess they kind of lost me there on that, but like it depends on I guess how they're modeled,
Yeah, I guess there's probably some of that. I
Because
don't
there's
know.
shit in fucking what's the Half-Life game? Not Cry of Fear, but the other one. The one like based off of Half-Life 1 that was like really old, and I think I don't know if I played it by myself a little bit or
Like Sven Co-op?
Yes, that one. Because the models are so nasty, but like they do that shit, and I remember seeing the first it was probably that remake of fucking House on Haunted Hill, and that was the only thing that like stood out to me was the fucking head shaking, like when they do that whole like like bullshit where the head is fucking rapidly moving.
like Twitch.
Like that's the thing that's
Super
kind of like,
Twitch.
oh shit, like they fucking run up to you and their head's going like, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on there? Like something like that, yeah. Like that's pretty like that spooks me out.
That stuff's creepy. That's
Always
the stuff
been bad
that
with. Oh, you can go ahead.
that's stuff that I like in games like that where it's like creepy, where it's
Super
not like
creepy, yeah.
where it's not like jump scares, where it's like legitimately something that's just creepy.
Yeah.
Like that's stuff that I kind of gravitate to.
I hate being chased by things. I can't handle like something like booking it after me. It's kind of like, I don't know, like a nightmare type of thing where like you wake up and sweat because like you had a dream where like something was chasing you.
Where you just have no way to defend yourself.
My nightmares are always like I have a bear that chases after me or something, and that always like freaks me out. It's just the feeling that something's like right behind you and it's breathing down your neck. So when I
can't get
play
away.
like games like Amnesia where like something's busted the door, it sees you, and it's like, "Blah," and it starts running after you, and you have to be like, fuck this! Like,
You have to like run and find a closet or something to hide in.
yeah, and that type of shit, I really hate that, because, like, it's like, oh, God, he's right behind me, and, it's gonna kill you. Jump scares are, that's why I'm so cautious with games like that, because it's always for me, like, where's a jump scare? Where's
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, fuck!
There it is.
All right, there it was. All right, I can deal with it now for, like, next 10 minutes, but then it gets quiet again, and you're like, fuck. It hasn't been a
Like
jump
your
scare for the last
something's
10
coming.
minutes.
Like your pizza?
Yeah, like my pizza?
Like your pizza?
My pizza.
Your pizza. That face, that
Ah.
giant face, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Pizza
well,
face?
the
Shit,
Gmod
shit,
stuff you're
shit,
talking about? Yeah. Yeah, that was too much.
Shit your pants.
Cause like they purposely blow out your headphones, and then like a big thing pops up. Like can't. How can you be like,
Those map
wow,
makers,
that didn't
they
affect
fucking-
me at
they
all.
manipulate that shit. That's what they do for that.
That's what I was saying. They started doing that in Minecraft now. That one horror map I played, that was pretty much it.
Yeah?
It's like
It's a horror map in
They
Minecraft.
manipulate it, and it's just like
All
a
right.
big giant face with a loud sound.
Yep. So
Yes, pizza. Hold on. Is that all we have here on this
think-
list? That is all we have here.
I don't think we played anything this week besides The Walking Dead and
see, the thing is, usually we have more people though too.
Yeah, that's true.
So we.
I mean, some people earlier were talking about the Gang Beast thing, which recently ended. I think we talked about that a little bit last week, though, I think. But yeah, it's fun. I know they're adding a lot more stuff to it. The devs, they're just like, I think they're a pretty small team doing that stuff, and it seems like a fun game. I'm sure once they wanted to do a full campaign on it and stuff. They were tweeting to me, and they were saying they want to do a full campaign. They want to do, customization options for the characters and stuff like that. So there's a lot of shit that they want to do with that. Like they want to do like elbow drops and stuff like that. There's like a bunch of stuff that they plan on doing. So, I mean, I hope that they do because it's pretty fun. So I'd like to see them elaborate on that game more. But other than that, I think we beat pretty much what
Somebody
what it
mentioned
was.
Jeff the Killer in chat, and I wanted to quickly talk about it.
right.
I had a Spooky Craft series in Minecraft, right? Installed a bunch of like horror mods because I thought it was a good idea. And what Steven did the mod pack for it, but what he did, like, inadvertently, by accident, he installed Jeff the Killer with, like, Herobrine, and apparently those two mods clashed, and what they did was they created an invincible, super fast enemy, and it was invisible. So, like, typically I see
pretty
things...
spooky.
Right, so I built my little house or whatever, and all of a sudden, like, I heard something running in the basement, and I, like, came down, and I didn't see it at all. So I went outside, and then, like, I looked in the ravine, and I just see, like, these footsteps running around. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And I go up to it, and something just starts stabbing the shit out of me, and I died instantly. So I had no idea what it was for a while, and, like, I didn't know that, because I knew all the mods, but this one I didn't know what it was, so I started, like, freaking out, and was like, Steven, what the hell did you put in my game? And he found out those two like mods clashed, but I thought that was like really weird for even like back then. Like this was probably like 2 years ago. That's something like that, like in Minecraft. So
it made something spooky even spookier.
it made something spooky.
They blended together.
Intentionally, it was just like a model.
They
and
combined.
It was a model that would run around and be like, oh, creepy. And you'd be like, oh, it's kind of creepy. But then when it's invisible and running around, and you just see its footsteps.
It's a little bit harder to deal with.
Like the particles when it runs, you just see those shooting up. You're like, what the fuck is that? And
it
it's running
kills
around
you.
making like noises. You're like, all right, I don't know what's going on right now. This is not what I was looking forward to.
Did you get that sorted out, or did you just keep it like that?
I think eventually I got it sorted out because it's kind of too much because you couldn't kill it.
Well, yeah, I
And
mean that'd probably be kind
two
of
shots you, and I was like, is my game over now? Like I can't,
You just splash
I can't go
potions.
outside.
Spookcraft is done. That's it.
Oh,
I have to
but
stay inside.
Potions weren't a thing back then, were they? So
No.
you couldn't like throw one at it and
I
see
think
the
what I did
bubbles.
I kind of found because I got the egg and I want to see what Jeff the Killer looked like, so I spawned him and nothing happened. So I just kept putting more down to be like, where is he? I'm like, oh, I guess it's broken. And I started the Let's Play up because I was in creative mode at the time, so it didn't attack me. But as soon as I went into like survival, I had like 8 of them running around like the area, and there was nothing I could do about
And
it.
they just died.
Yeah.
Well, very spooky, but I think
There's that.
I think that wraps that up.
Spooky.
That
Saturday.
pretty much wraps it up, I guess. I mean,
Everyone else has abandoned us.
Yeah.
Jordan's gone, Sly's gone, Dan's probably still here, but editing.
We were pretty short on time anyway, so I mean, Jordan kind of predicted it would be a shorter one, but I still think we went. It's 6:40 now,
I don't even know what time we started.
so we went a half hour longer than what Jordan was anticipating anyway.
I actually don't know when we started.
I don't know either.
Either way, we went on for a while.
Yes.
30
So,
whole minutes longer. So
Why don't you go ahead and play us out with the lovely rundown of follow, subscribe, and all that sellout stuff.
Is that what I'm in charge of? I'm
Yeah.
the
I guess
sellout department?
you're in charge of selling out, I suppose.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed the stream, make sure to follow us on twitch.tv/thecreatures.
This channel right here.
We like to stream every Tuesday, every Saturday, Sunday, as well as Thursday. So if you want to check out our streams, you can always tune in by clicking that follow button.
chair? Did they put shit in my chair? Did they put shit in my chair? No, Dan was sitting in it.
Yeah, Dan was sitting in it.
Dan was sitting in it.
You can also subscribe and you get a bunch of chat perks like using emote faces. They're very funny faces that, are very original faces. You can use those in any chat room ever on Twitch. What else is there? What else is there? Check out the Creature Hub. Actually, you know what? We did premiere an episode of The Little Guys. Dan mentioned it before, but I think that was kind of brushed under like Jordan's Hans Zimmer track that he played earlier.
Yeah, he was really into that Hans Zimmer
really
Creature
into that.
thing. Everything else had to come to a standstill for him to get that playing.
So we listened to Hans Zimmer, but during that, Dan had mentioned that there's, I guess, final to the
don't know if he
miniseries
still has
for
the
Little
link.
Guys. Links in chat. We can play in chat. There's usually a song that we play during this part.
Sing it. Just sing it. Sing it and we can.
Which one? Because is it like the ba 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 ba.
Is that it? Well, they have like a techno one.
Which one?
We have like the new one though.
Yeah, do the other one.
Creatures come alive. Creatures come alive.
Now wait.
Creatures come alive.
Bye.
You gotta do the dance though.
Let the music take control.
Exactly.
That
That was spot on.
Creatures come on.
Like a broken man at this point.
I think that was.